Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Well, light the beam indeed. Welcome into the Tuesday night edition of this. It is Tuesday, right?
It's a Tuesday.
Dude, my week is already crazy. I made it 3 hours earlier without the station, without Ticket 760 going off air, without.
So you went to work 3 hours early?
No. I worked 4 to 7. I got there like 2 hours. I got there at 2 because I was so worried that I wasn't going to. Like, I've been shadow training for a couple weeks to try to remember how to do it.
Got to be on your P's and Q's?
Yeah, pretty much. I was mainly, it didn't help that Andy wasn't in the room. He was on remote. So it was only me in there to panic if something had gone bad. But fortunately, survived that earlier today. But since it is Tuesday, as you said, right?
Yes. Could I interest you in something?
Oh, what do you have?
It's Veterans Day.
It is. Okay.
Salute to all the veterans. Thank you very much.
Damn. Well, it's also National Sunday Day. So
What the F does that mean?
ice cream.
Oh, Sunday. I thought it was like National Monday, Tuesday,
No, it's
Sunday
National
Day.
Sunday Day.
It's like we're going to have a Sunday day on a Tuesday.
Okay, it does feel like
Ice
something.
cream Sunday.
That does feel like one that should be day dependent,
Yeah.
not date dependent. Like November 11th shouldn't be National Sun. Just make it the second Sunday
Yeah.
in November if you want to do that. No. Yes, the Veterans Day edition here of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma, the Tuesday night edition. I am your host, Sam Freeze. Of course, the voice you hear across from me in the room is the co-host, Cap,
Hola.
as I play with our new equipment. And
What? Is this what this is?
It's gonna take a minute. It's a little.
Yeah, you get up on that mic.
It's
man.
a
Just
little
get up on-
nice. Yeah. Trying to figure out exactly what the.
It feels very phallic.
I feel like LG will have no problem yelling at us if we start to break or endanger the new equipment. But we are back, alas, for Tuesday night ride here. As Cap said, it is Veterans Day. Of course, also don't forget to celebrate National Sunday Day, but focus on Veterans Day.
Yeah, I think Sundays can take a back seat. Is it also National Lactose Intolerant Day?
Okay, how about
Give me a 5K
buy a veteran a Sunday to celebrate Veterans Day?
or a froyo if they're lactose intolerant.
I think if you're lactose intolerant, you're just skipping. You just don't get anything because
See,
it's not National Froyo Day.
That is prejudice against our lactose intolerant brethren.
Yeah, because it's actually just pro-veteran. It's patriotic, if you ask me. We've got a lot to get to because it has been a minute since we've been in the room. A lot has happened. We've got a Cowboys free NFL Week 10 to recap in the main seggy. I've got, right off the top here in the weekend recap, I have possibly the dumbest thing I've done in at least 5 years with photo evidence. So if you are listening to this tomorrow to the audio only version, one, you're not seeing the magnificent new additions, the new mics we have here, compliments of all of y'all that have sent in super chats.
This is because of y'all. Thank you so much.
And as we always say, whatever we get, we intend to keep growing this thing. This is a good first step to make us look at least a little bit more professional.
So I thought LG painted the room, the other room we were in. We moved rooms.
Right.
He tricked me.
What did he tell
tricked
you?
me. Like, this was already painted. I thought he went above and beyond.
Well, let's give him credit for it anyway, because he did go about setting up this glorious.
Half credit, LG.
Half
credit.
I'll give 3/4. I'll give a passing grade's worth of credit. And then we got some Spurs notes. Spurs have won 3 games since we last talked on Thursday night. We got a few Cal notes to start looking ahead to the Monday night game. Obviously, the
thriller in Manila.
The game everyone's waiting on.
Yes.
The ghost of Al Davis takes on the soon-to-be ghost of Jerry Jones.
I think they're the same age.
That wouldn't surprise. Well, Al Davis is gone, but the son.
Jerry needs to be gone too.
Well, hey,
I don't wish that on anyone, but come on.
But Jerry Jones.
Half you Cowboys fans.
We did have the death of a professional career in Dallas today that we'll talk to. We're going to, instead of closing the lightning round as we normally do with a clip, I'm going to give you 5 solid minutes on the Nico firing to close it. Because I've had a lot of conversation today with friends, family, loved ones, close acquaintances.
Why did it take so long?
Hold that thought, because we're going to close the lightning round with a little Nico talk, as well.
He's going back to the Mavs, folks.
No,
you heard it here live. He is now a Mavericks fan once again.
You will never have to worry about that. I promise you. And that has less to do with Nico than it does the people that kept Nico on the payroll for the last 9 months. So we'll do a little fantasy football league update, as well as some college football rapid fire in the lightning round as well. But before we go any further, we're 5. Hold on, I'm doing math in my head. This never goes well. We are 5 weeks away.
How many is that in days?
That is 35 days.
Woo, simple multiplication.
Till the Emirates NBA Cup final. Yeah, I got a little dyslexic.
Emirates, in which we are 1 up on the stage.
That's right.
1 up.
We got a good win over the Rockets last Friday night. Dude, which out of the last 3, what has been? The
Rockets one was like a playoff game.
That was good.
And that was without De'Aaron Fox.
The Bulls game last night was like a playoff game. And then Saturday, you got De'Aaron Fox making his debut.
I'm getting you off track. Run through. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we'll get to Spurs notes. But before we get any further, LG, tell the good people how they can continue to help this thing grow and support.
The producer extraordinaire. Look at this room.
Well, you can subscribe to this thing, first of all. That would help us.
This is how he talks to you. Like, real condescending. Like,
well, that's how it happens.
I prefer
it's more subscribe, y'all.
It's more direct.
I'm just blunt.
It's more direct than condescending.
Hit that subscribe. You can send a super chat out there. Super chats are always appreciated because they're what helped us buy these microphones.
Yeah.
And memberships are also available as well. So we need to figure out what we can throw up there for our 3 members that we have already. Shout out to our 3 members.
Yeah, we need to also figure out. I think it was after you left last week. I was talking to LG. We might need to do some kind of like streamathon to try to raise some money, not only for equipment, but to cover some of these software subscriptions that are coming up on the end of the year, getting ready to expire.
So LG can call me fat in like 15 different drops.
That's correct. Yes, we need more. That's what you're paying for. That's the variety. Yes. That's where you can see your money.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, as LG said, the super chat. That's the best one. The super chats are what allows us to go out and purchase new equipment, get a little bit more professional up in here. But the subscriptions on YouTube, absolutely free, will never cost you a penny. And really go a long way, or at least I'm told, to helping us fight the YouTube algorithm. So
and we got little animations for you. Like I said, shot glass, beer mug, we can do whatever.
Yeah, we're getting dangerous. We're getting really dangerous. Just wait.
Brazilian waxes.
I haven't told you
anything.
I'm working on some segment intros as well. Yeah. So maybe by 2026, we'll have.
I like the bit I was talking about earlier with the comment of the day.
Okay.
Like,
add it to the ideas. Maybe that's what we do. Okay, something for our members.
Yes.
We do a monthly brainstorming session where if you're a member, we all hop on a Zoom or meet up at a restaurant, bar, something like that.
Well, there's going to be alcohol involved.
Well, those are the best brainstorming sessions. I think that maybe that's where, because we are throwing around some new ideas as we continue to grow this thing. And as I said, the subscriptions help us a long way. So if you can't throw a super chat out there, please, if you're not already, give us a subscription there on YouTube. We'll get to the super chats before the lightning round, but I don't want to bog us down too much because this weekend recap, I'm honestly ashamed. I like, this is not a bit like it. It's one of those moments where I've very rarely felt dumber in the last decade than I did Sunday night.
Oh man, he's building it up, folks.
So Sunday started. No, LG's seen the photo evidence, but you haven't seen it yet. Sunday started. I did the old airport dance with the roommate. Oh no, honey, I don't mind waking up at 5 a.m. to drive you to the airport. No, it's great. Like I'll
like,
grab.
I don't mind staying up till 5 a.m.
So, as you know, I usually try to extend it as far. I made it till about 3:45. And somewhere between 3:45 and 4:30, tailed off. She woke me up at 4:45 and said, "Hey, about time to go to the airport." So did the dance, like, "Oh, I'm going to miss you." She's gone till Thursday. All the while thinking, it's Sunday. The Cowboys are on bye. There's an NFL game in Berlin that kicks off in less than 4 hours. 7 hours of red zone with no Cowboys to worry about into a Sunday night game that is actually appealing, actually entertaining. Like, I
like watching the Cowboys.
I could see the next 12 hours of my life being nothing but fulfilling. So did the dance with her at the airport, dropped her off, and everything was going swell. Everything going great.
By golly, it was going swell.
I watched the whole NFL Berlin game, which LG, I sent you a late photo. We might call for that in the main seggy because that was the same stadium where Jesse Owens won a 100-meter dash at one point in time with the entire Nationalistic Socialist Party of Germany observing the American win, the American beat the Germans.
Thumb in his eye.
So spend all day watching football, stuck on red zone, loving it. Buddy hits me up, asks if I want to go watch the Sunday night game somewhere. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. I'm in. It's so feeling the feeling of freedom in every inch of my body of not having.
You're gonna be in the doghouse and keep talking like
that. No,
I
mean, that's not the freedom from the roommate. That's the freedom from the flipping Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
That's the freedom
of clarifying it.
Of not having to worry about how the Cowboys are going to run my day or anything like that. So end up watching the first half of the Sunday night game with a buddy, and he calls it a night, heads home. I decide, I'll watch a little bit of the third quarter before I go home. Started getting a little hungry. So I'm thinking, what is something that normally the roommate, not that she would be against, but something that I would probably enjoy more than she would,
that's like fish, like anything like seafood.
So seafood is normally the go-to.
So that's she hates seafood for some reason.
Yeah, not a whole lot.
It's so delicious.
It's so good. For you. It's better for you.
Well, just don't get it fried.
Yeah, that's what seafood is the best seafood.
It comes non-fried, sir.
Yeah, those are called scallops. Yes. That's about the extent of the non-fried seafood. No, so I decide, how about some good old greasy pizza? Not talking chain pizza. Like let's go with some pizza classics. Some solid college pizzeria, but still good quality.
I know tidbit. I know the owner of Pizza Classics, so hopefully this goes well.
Oh, it's so 1,000% user. Pizza Classics went above and beyond.
He might be a sponsor. Who knows?
Try to prevent the catastrophe that played out. So I'm at the bar. I'm placing my Pizza Classics order. I don't think anything of it. Place the order, close out, pop home. Less than 2 minutes away from my house. So I get home, my phone rings. It's a 210 number. Mm-hmm. And normally, if I don't have the number, like most people, it's spam, going to voicemail or it's spam, and then we'll see if it's important or not. But I thought to myself, I just placed the order like 5 minutes ago. I bet this is them calling me to tell me like they're out of pepperoni rolls or, something something's wrong with my order or I need to change something. Well, it kind of was what was happening because the guy called and the first thing he says, he's like, yeah, did you just place an order for Pizza Classics? And like the way he was hesitating, it was like, this is weird. Like I was like, yeah, I did. And he goes, okay. So we're seeing here that you wanted to add cheddar and bacon to your cheese sticks. And I'm like, yeah, is that a problem? Like, it's like, no. We just wanted to clarify before we made them because we just got the order and I thought that looked kind of funny.
So you got the mozzarella and then the cheddar and then the bacon.
So when you're ordering at a pizzeria and you hear the phrase cheese sticks, what do you think of the mozzarella?
Yeah.
I think of like cheese sticks, like bread.
Every cheese stick is mozzarella.
No.
Tell me one place that has like first off.
No. I'm talking like pizzeria, like cheese sticks, like it's a pizza, but it's just the cheese.
Yeah, and it's cut in little finger dipping things.
Yeah, yes. Exactly. Not like fried mozzarella sticks.
There's not cheddar on them, man.
So, but that's what I'm saying. I get normal cheese sticks and add cheddar and bacon every single time.
Oh, so you've done this before?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so the guy's telling me, very much so. So the guy's telling me, he's like, he asked me 3 times. He's like, but you're sure you want it on the cheese sticks? I was like, yeah, dude, I do this all the time. And at that point, he goes, okay, we'll see what we can do. LG, pull this picture up here. So when they got to my front door, I knew I had instantly met.
What in the darnation?
So they made mozzarella sticks and then put cheddar and bacon on top of those.
I was like, mozzarella sticks, cheese sticks, it's all mozzarella.
No, so as soon as the guy is at my door, and I got these and pepperoni rolls. I didn't even get like a full pizza box. So the cheese sticks I ordered should have been in a pizza, or the cheese sticks I meant to order should have been in a pizza box. So as soon as I see the delivery guy just holding 2 styrofoam containers, I was like,
something's wrong.
That's why they called me.
Something's wrong here.
That's why they called me. Yeah. What you're seeing right now is 6 fried mozzarella sticks with cheddar melted on top of them and bacon sprinkled on top of that. I'm here to report.
It was quite delicious.
It wasn't what I wanted, but we made lemonade out of it, and I might end up ordering it again, actually.
Hey, you can't go wrong. It's like add cheese and bacon to anything. You pretty much is a game. It's a winner.
Yeah, the only problem is I was banking on having some of those cheese sticks left over for breakfast or lunch the next day.
A single serving.
Yeah, those were gone. Those were gone instantly. But even the delivery driver was telling me, he's like, yeah, everyone in the shop was trying to figure out what you were ordering.
And no one thought that like, oh, he meant cheesy bread sticks.
Right. I think so.
So I don't understand. Like, that's not cheese sticks. Those are.
So they're called, I was looking at the menu, it's cheese sticks versus mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, mozzarella stick.
Right.
Okay.
So I ordered the wrong thing. I ordered mozzarella sticks instead
of. Are they called mozzarella sticks in every place? Most
of them, yeah. Or specifically fried cheese sticks. The fried is usually what identifies.
That threw me off too, because I was thinking of the pizza pie, and I was like, yeah, you could add cheese to it. I guess that's a good thing.
Adding cheddar and bacon and even jalapenos, if you're feeling spicy, is the absolute best way to do cheese sticks. But it was
mozzarella sticks. That's what I'm mostly thinking of. Yeah,
that's
where it was. See, that's why ordering from the app is sometimes it can put you in a weird place.
But again, the Pizza Classics manager tried to talk me out of it, tried to get me to realize what I had done 3 times. And I was just like, dude, I do this all the time.
Shout out to my boy Ryan. I'm gonna call him and be like, were you there? Did you call my buddy about those?
You really
mozzarella sticks?
Because the driver told me, he was like,
hey,
no.
Do you want to sponsor our show?
We were convinced you had messed up, but you were so confident on the phone. You're like, no, man, I do this all the time.
That drunk confidence, like, yeah, make my order, bitch.
No, there wasn't no hostility. Although I will say, by the 3rd time of him asking, it was like, I don't understand what's happening here. Yes, just please
do the show. Quit being a bitch.
Yeah, please make it.
So funny thing about Pizza Classics, and I told him this, ever since I was a kid, Pizza Classics was up in Austin, and I knew it as a 24-hour pizza joint. So when we go up there, and we go up there to go party, go to the clubs, 6th Street before Rainy Street, then even Rainy Street. We're up at we get to the hotel around 3 or 4 o'clock, and I'm like, I'm calling Pizza Classics. And I'd sit there and wait and call the number and just let it ring for 20 minutes. And it never worked. They were never open. I'm like, why do I think they're 24 hours? I was like, I think someone told me at one time.
It feels like they.
But that's downtown Austin. I'm like, something's got to be open.
Even the one here, I have distinct memories of people selling Pizza Classics by the slice at bar closing when we first moved here.
They used to run around with the whole pizzas and throw it to you for $5.
It was genius.
Yeah.
That's what I remember from the. That was my first memory of having. Stumbling out of Limelight after we had just booked a show with SATX Music, and it's 3 o'clock. The bands are paid out, and there's still a guy out there with a pizza. It's like, whatever you have, give it to me right now. Yeah.
R.I.P. King.
The good old days of Limelight. Also, Saturday. So we have documented thoroughly here the pinnacle of weekend football viewing when you have movie theater popcorn by your side. It started as just getting a bucket to go, and then it was getting the actually telling them it's to go, so you get the refill in a giant Ziploc bag.
What do you think is so different from movie theater kernels?
If you don't realize the difference, I can't explain it to you.
I'm going to get you a little melted butter machine thing so you can just...
Okay, Christmas. There we go. Add that to the Christmas
It's going to be a little melted butter machine thing. But there's so much other ways to step your popcorn game up.
Saturday. The popcorn was... didn't do popcorn this weekend because I was doing... with my buddy, and trying to eat cheese sticks Sunday. But Saturday, it dawned on me, if you get Mexican food either Friday night or Saturday for lunch, order of chips and queso or chips and salsa or chips and some kind of dip at the end of your meal to go. And so I had Teca Molina Saturday for lunch.
Oh, so when you're leaving, be like, give me a chips and salsa?
Exactly. So as we were leaving, instead of having it with the meal, I ordered chips and queso, chips and salsa, and chips and guac, and then went home and had, for the rest of the afternoon window into the evening Saturday, watching college football, I had my full spread of Tex-Mex dipping options. So one of these, here's the other thing. I got to stop doing some of this because, even today, being out here on this side of town, I ate Chicken Express again for lunch. So I'm getting
this guy loves some Chicken Express.
Chicken E is unbeatable, but it's starting to get dangerous.
It's that little salt. It's the salt, that seasoning,
the serendipity.
Man. You go a little too hard on it. You're feeling it later.
You know what the real trick is?
In and out.
This is a true fat boy trick right here. Take the spicy serendipity mix.
Serendipity.
Pour it in your gravy.
Oh. Yeah.
So then you have spicy gravy. I poured 8 packs of it in my gravy. I smoke. I have no taste buds. I need spice.
Sir, you're going to have a heart attack by
No. We'll be fine.
That's a lot of sodium, bro. That's a lot of sodium.
Nah, we'll be fine.
Bastard.
This next weekend, though, I'll report back. I'm going to do the chips and dip on Saturday and then the popcorn on Sunday. And you can imagine what kind of shape I'll be in. Oh, actually, tomorrow night or coming up Monday night, Cowboy game Monday night. This might be.
To keep you up for that,
that's what I was about to say. This is going to be the weekend.
And monster.
This is going to be the weekend to tie it all together. The only other thing I have from the weekend, do y'all have any idea what's going on at the Alamo Dome last week and all this week? So it's some massive state band competition, like high school band competition. So, buses, schools from all over competing.
Dude, I just saw, I live or maybe not around La Hacienda.
And you saw a bunch of...
I saw 3 tour buses pulling in there, and I'm like, what is going on? If I was a waiter, I'd be like, God help me.
Now, or let me also, if you are a citizen of the East Side that has an Airbnb on both sides of your house as neighbors, because I don't know why. At first, I thought, oh, it's a band competition. Like, these people are docile. These people are harmless. The band kids are the freaks. And
Don't
guess
you
what?
remember American Pie?
Guess what their parents are? Our age now. And dude, one of the houses next to me, they were up till the night I was staying up to take Steph to the airport. They might have stayed up later than me and were absolutely lit, blaring country music. They were from Alvarado, Texas, where they still call themselves the Indians. It's like,
oh man, out of respect, of course.
Out of respect.
Feathers, not dots.
That's right, out of respect. But no, I had 2 sets of lit band parents on both sides, which was actually kind of fun because they just imagining, like, you think of a dad celebrating.
Sneak over to your house and you'd be like, "We'll be right back, Johnny."
Yeah, well, you think of like a dad,
Jaden
celebrating, a state playoff run in football or basketball. These parents are celebrating a state playoff run in band, and it's literally like Randy Marsh at the Little League game, just dad's full T hyped up, like, hell yeah, Aaron, play the crap out of that trumpet. There ain't nobody in the state that plays it better than you. That's my boy. It's like that. I'll tell you, dude.
One of my kids' best friends was Johnson, like marching band, and dude, they're out there on the blacktop for hours and hours in the heat.
Commitment.
And I'm talking like they might be more in shape than the football players, because it's nonstop and they're carrying all this, like, especially the tuba players and the ones
what do they call those? Sousaphones?
Yeah, the flutes are little. They're cheapening out, but you hear that little tuck, 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 that metronome thing. Oh, that would drive you crazy, man.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
Shout out to Greg with the $5 super chat for Pumas Theater.
Hey,
popcorn.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you.
We were talking about, like, last show, we were talking about soaking in Tabasco. I said, soaking in some pickle juice.
I see it.
See what you get there.
I think there is a world where two types of popcorn can coexist. We need a coexist bumper sticker, but just for all the different kinds of popcorn.
Yeah, I know they do salt flavoring, but, like, I'm telling you, kernel flavoring.
How do you feel about cheddar?
Cheddar? Oh yeah, like like the popcorn tins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the cheddar got eaten.
Combine the cheddar with the caramel. Mm. Yeah, that's
the regular one. That one stayed a little stale. But the cheddar and all them.
Yeah, that one hardly got touched. Do you have anything from the weekend before we get into
Oh, man.
Spurs?
Besides going to a full-on club where they were doing black fraternity stepping in my gym shorts.
Oh, very
nice.
Because
my friend said it was casual. Yeah, nothing much there. And then I left my phone in the car and just sat there and people watched while people watched me.
That's a healthy exercise every now and then, though. Just leaving the phone at home or in the car.
No, it was horrible because I couldn't find them. I never found them. Like, I'm going. It's my barber, and I went to the barber today, as you can see, all lined up and whatnot.
So you're just stumbling through the club.
And he was there. He was there with his other barber. I was like, and he was like, yeah, we were on the right side of the DJ booth. And I was like, dude, I sat in a reserved booth on the left side. I just sat down. I was like, man, I'm not gonna stand around while everybody's like, look at this big white boy. Like, what are you doing? I'm one of 2 white people in there, dude. Which,
And how
I grew up in Memphis, and I'm not really worried about that.
It's not at me.
But it was more the young. It was young. It was all 21 to 24-year-olds.
Who do you think goes to the club?
I didn't know it was a club like that.
21 to 24-year-olds.
And I literally asked him. I'm like, dude, I'm in basketball shorts. He's like, come through. And I'm like, is this I feel like it's a club. And he's like, nah, it's more like a restaurant and all that stuff. I go in there, standing room only. Then it's like, they're patting me down full, see if I'm like, God. I was like, man, I'm going to go there and just, like, cuss them out. And like, I can't find them. Everybody's looking at me.
Of course.
I'm sitting there chatting it up with like some 20-year-olds and stuff. And they're like, oh, you in the right place? And I was like, yeah. I was like, calm down. You know,
are you in the right? Just answer everything with another
and I'm
question.
sure they're like, man, this old big white guy, he's got money or he lives here.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would imagine I would have liked to hear some of the conversations on the ride. I'm like, anybody else see that giant white dude?
Dude, when they started stepping, I'm talking like stomp the yard style. I was like, I sat down and watched it for a while. I was like, damn, I never seen this club. Like they started doing it like a Mamba style around the whole club.
Yeah, and that's a Mamba line, a conga line. Yeah. You don't want to accidentally get.
I got no rhythm like
that's
that.
That's what I'm saying. Like but you don't want to get pinned where you're like you have no other like.
Oh yeah, I had to wait for the end to walk out and get my phone, and then I'm like calling him like he's like, oh, I left, and I was like, you mother.
Oh, that's even better.
I was like, God, you're killing me, man. I was in basketball shorts by myself in the club. I was just, oh man.
Well, look, you're a bigger man having gone through that. That's a memory
the first time that's happened.
And that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. You want to do some Spurs notes?
Market
8:36. Eventually, LG, I will send these to you because I keep remembering. I've gotten better on this part of it.
Just do it, bitch.
Now I've got to do. I know. Now I've got to do the next part of it. It's small steps. Small steps.
Some baby steps.
No. So we were here Thursday night previewing the NBA Cup game against the Rockets Friday night, and as you said, man, that has yes. Make sure we get our sponsor NBA tag in there.
I expect my first class tickets.
Yeah, sitting next to Selma Hayek.
Man, do not give me those dreams because
she does Emirates Air. I saw one of the ads. I thought I was right last week.
She's like my dream girl, dude. Like she never ages. She's like 60, and I'm like,
she's deceptively.
I would hit over most of the 20-year-olds out there.
But you're saying this is like if I said I'll give you $1 million if you walk to the other room. Like, of course, yes. The answer is yes. Yeah. Like, there's no.
And 90% of the women would say yes too.
Of course, there's no.
I'm not even buying. I'll do it.
There's really nothing to argue there. No, you mentioned it. The Friday night game against the Rockets. That was a preview of what a playoff series between San Antonio and Houston could look like, including a little chippiness at the end where Şengün was. Wemby might have thrown his head back a little harder than Şengün actually hit him, but there was
acting on both ends. It was a very sloppy game, but I think the defense, that was a game where two really good defensive teams stepped up their defense the entire game, didn't let off the throttle, and you had 24 turnovers for
God,
the
is
Rockets?
That how many it was?
24 turnovers. We had 11 in the first half, but then we only had 2 or 3 in the second half. So I love the fact that last year the theme was we come back out in the third quarter and we absolutely take a dump. You know, like we are coming out of the locker room and we're not rising to the occasion. You know, we didn't take our blue chew. So now I'm loving to see this, especially in the Chicago game as well. You know, we are coming back out of the locker room and changing that whole narrative, you know, and you saw that, kept the defensive up. And it was just, man, that game was intense.
It was also a good, despite the 5 turnovers, Steph Castle, 13 assists in that game. The last game where he was asked to be the primary initiator, of course, De'Aaron Fox comes back the next night, Saturday night. But you're kind of, I think we talked about it last week, the potential value in having guys play outside of their roles while everyone gets back healthy and everyone gets into their, what will eventually be their normal lanes to swim in. Like the value of having Steph Castle being the primary, basically point guard for the first 8 games of the season, 7 games of the season, however many it was
he's
before.
Being the point guard, even when De'Aaron Fox is on the court?
See, I think you're still,
Or is they just trying to work them in?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think you saw it in the game Saturday night, jumping ahead against the Pelicans. That was where, as that game was closer than it probably should have been there in the fourth quarter, that was where you saw the value of having a veteran like De'Aaron Fox that can set the pace, get everyone in their right spots, which is something that, not saying that Steph Castle can't do that. It's just the veteran presence of De'Aaron Fox.
He had a great first game. I was kind of thinking more of the Chicago game that was yesterday.
Yeah, like, that was
during the fourth
game.
quarter when we're 10 points down and they can't like miss a three in the first half of the fourth quarter before they just start. They couldn't make a three. It was Castle and De'Aaron Fox was playing the wing, you know? So I'm like, man, is this going to be a theme, or is we going to start having more point guard action? De'Aaron Fox playing the point.
I think that's where the flexibility of having both those guys on the court at the same time, because there's the athleticism of Steph Castle allows him to take over games.
Dude, his alley-oop game.
It's right.
He dropped another double-double yesterday.
That's something De'Aaron Fox doesn't have as much of, where I think, like I said, kind of as you're starting.
His length is like,
as
Steph Castle can get it above, when they do
just
the
more
pick and roll.
athletic. Yeah. He's more explosive of an athlete. I think as you start to see guys settle into what their roles and lanes of operations, how they're going to operate within the system, I think that's where you're going to see the value of having De'Aaron Fox alongside Steph Castle, where it's not going to be who's the point guard. They can both initiate the offense, but late in games, it's going to be the ball in De'Aaron Fox's hand, and that's where you're going to see more of the pick and roll actions with Wemby, more of the Steph Castle playing off ball, which also now
I think we're going to see a lot of matchups.
For sure.
I mean, you got Coach Pop being the, Wizard of Oz behind the scenes to
what'd you call him?
The Wizard of Oz.
No, the first part.
Pop.
Oh, pulling the string.
Pulling the strings behind the scenes with Mitch being the front, the front man, and they're scheming up schemes like this guy is going to be a little bit taller, so we're going to have Castle running point over De'Aaron Fox during late games, and then I think they're going in halftime and scheming up more and really breaking it down to create the matchups that we need. And just think when we get Dylan Harper back.
Yeah, that's the flexibility this roster has. It might not have enough shooting still. The Spurs have played majority of their games where they've been the lesser 3-point shooting team, which traditionally, the way the league has gone now, that's usually not a good omen, but at the same time,
I think that shifted last year. You had
one team doesn't shift it. Boston led the league in 3.
Yeah, exactly. The year before without Tatum, but like you still had the Knicks are still not a 3-point shooting team. They're a grinded out, throw it down low, inside out type of team. So was Indiana kind of with Halliburton.
No, Indiana was jacking stuff up with Halliburton and Nesmith and
okay.
I mean, I think the what changes it is how reliant on the mid game and the rim attacking the rim that Oklahoma City is. Mm-hmm. Oklahoma City can get by because they play such great defense. And again, like most things we've talked about when comparing the Spurs, Oklahoma City is the team to compare them to because that's what they're building.
Get through them every year, man.
Exactly. That's what they're going to have to build towards. I mentioned so Paul Garcia put out a few stats last night that kind of, I wouldn't say were shocking, but good.
Amazing.
Yeah, and contextualized what the start of this season has been in terms of some trends. So the Spurs are 5-1 this season, even when they've lost the 3-point line. So even when they aren't shooting the ball well behind the arc, which analytics would say is a good way to find yourself in a hole early in games, they're still finding a way to claw those games out. And for perspective,
high percentage 2-point shots.
exactly,
lobs,
exactly. Efficient basketball, efficient offense, and more importantly, good defense, really good defense. So last season, when the Spurs got beat at the 3-point line, they were 13-32.
Whoa.
And they're 5-1 through the first 6 games.
That's amazing.
That's a pretty good one. That one, again, I think, is that sustainable? Is that something that, I mean, they're obviously, I was talking with Andy on the radio show today, and if everybody was back healthy, if Dylan Harper was there, if roster, guy 1 through 13, 1 through 15 with the two-way contracts, everyone's available. I still think if you were a GM looking at what the team could use the most, it's just shooting. It still feels like
Champagne's, he's been good. Like he's
right,
not,
and
he's not too streaky. But
on his best day, he's above league average. It's not like who on the roster right now do you think of like that's a shooter? Like that guy is a dead eye. That guy can knock down
and be like behind the 3-point line.
Yeah, behind the 3.
I would say our best
excluding
ones are,
Wemby, of course.
Yeah, Vassell and Champagne.
Right.
Those are my shooters.
And see, that's where I think.
You think we need one more?
Well, I just think if you were looking for.
Well, how's De'Aaron Fox? I haven't really seen him cut loose behind the 3.
Yeah, I think it's still.
But I thought he was more of like a mid-range.
Yeah,
killer.
but I don't think there's outside of the ones outside of Champagne and Vassell. I don't think there's anyone else on the roster you think of as a consistent 3-point threat
Harrison Barnes.
Harrison Barnes in the corner.
He's like he's like that Bowen in the corner,
right?
You know,
and that's where I think if you're looking at ways where this team's going to get better just when they get healthy and have more time playing together, but already looking potentially to any kind of moves at the trade deadline, one shooter where you're not giving up a whole lot just to get a guy that could like a Doug McDermott type, even like someone that's just a Bryn Forbes before he went crazy. Someone that's just
I gotta see way more games to even think. Like I'm like right now, I'm like, don't give up anybody.
Oh no, I'm already thinking about because now like looking at
you're thinking championship.
Kind of like, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like it kind of feels like if you're the only team, you might be comparing yourself to.
We're number 2 in the West.
3 months exactly.
We got back-to-back with the Warriors now. Like they said, was Houston the measuring stick for us? They didn't want to say yes or no, but I think this is our measuring stick. Back-to-back with the Warriors, veteran team. Killers behind the arc, great pick and roll teams. Let's see if we can hang with them. And then they're solid defenders.
Yeah. Well, and that was always the thing. The Warriors, obviously, the Splash Brothers got most of the attention with Clay and Steph jacking up threes at an insanely efficient rate. But their defense was what made the Warriors so damn
Draymond
good
Green get in your head,
when they were
Dennis
at their
Rodman,
absolute prime,
Ron Artest style, like
exactly.
Bill Laimbeer. Not only were they good defenders, they were in the mental game.
How about that fourth quarter though? Last night specifically,
the 2 back-to-back threes by Wemby. Like, get away.
Wait, so speaking of, that was Harrison Barnes coming to set the screen. Which again, think about that. Like your 5-man, your center, is dribbling the ball at the top of the arc.
You knew he was going to take a 3.
Your 4-man is coming up. Your power forward's coming up to set a screen for your center. Yeah. So you're running a 5-4 pick and roll, or potentially trying to, and then your center waves him off, says, no. Yeah. I got this. And that crossover he put on Vucevic into the 3-pointer, you just knew that shot was going in.
Did you see the still picture? I wish we would have picked that one up. Like how much higher he was.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even close.
Like no one can stop that shot.
No,
it's absolutely no. You have to double team him, which, as they said on the national game Friday, did the Suns figure out how to guard Wemby? Double team him right off the bat, get him flustered, give him the turnover
quick
the ball.
Doubles.
And it did. We saw that mimicked by New Orleans.
I think we're going to see that continue to be mimicked.
But Wemby last night looked like that's how he's like, you can't double me if we spread out the floor so much. And then I start, hey, guess what? I haven't been taking threes. I'm going to start taking some threes.
Yeah, it was so fourth quarter, he was 3 for 3 on 3-pointers. That was 9 of his 18 points in the fourth quarter last night. Like 18 points. Also, he became the first player. I know this is a bit of a selective stat, but it's insane when you hear it all together. First player in NBA history to have 35 or more points, 10 or more rebounds, 5 or more assists, 5 or more blocks, and 5 or more 3-pointers.
Go Spurs, go!
Thank you, Gina. Like, insane. Insane to hear. That stat line sounds like 3 dudes combined. You know, the blocks.
Like, I don't play fantasy basketball, but I'm sure you get points for all that.
Oh, yeah. No, I would assume there's never been a fantasy basketball
like is Wemby
score.
number 1 overall?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
I mean, is there
him and Joker? Like,
yeah, maybe, but Joker's not getting the blocks, but he's getting more assists consistently. I think that's got to be the only guy that could fill it up close.
I want to give a shout out to Keldon Johnson, I think he's leading the team in offensive rebounds. When you have a 7'6" guy.
Yeah. No, Keldon.
He is murdering the rim on those second chance points.
See, and that's where, you know, when you're losing the 3-point battle, rebounding and defense is what keeps you alive in those games where you're just getting mathematically outscored because they're taking threes, you're taking twos. But if you're getting majority of if you got your
rebounds, 2 guard crashing the board so your big man can get back, and causing chaos, and you're getting offensive rebounds and causing havoc down there. What was it? Houston was number 1 in offensive rebounding going into Friday's game, and we destroyed them on it. And I don't see that. I see that continuing to happen.
Yeah,
Keldon Johnson's stepping it up. He's like, I'm not getting traded.
That's what I was about to say.
He's like, I want to stay on this team right here.
I wish Vassell could get a little bit more of that in his game right now.
He's got to adopt the Ginobili 6-man attitude. If he wants to be that man, he better, like, Dylan Harper is coming for Vassell's job. Once he comes back, because he wants to be that guy off the bench, the 6-man. Well, because we can't start Vassell, Harper, Castle, De'Aaron, and Wemby. See,
I'm still not sure Harper immediately gets dropped into the starting lineup.
No.
When he's back healthy. He is the only person left on the injury report, because we should also mention Luke Cornett now back in fully off the injured list.
Just Lob City up in there.
Well, and that's the kind of guy, him and Steph Castle's connection. Like, I think 5 or 6 of Steph's assists were to Cornett, and that having that 1-2 punch potentially when Wemby doesn't have to carry as much of the load. It more specifically, again, thinking way too far ahead on things, the matchup of having Wemby to cover Chet and now Luke Cornett to bang bodies with Isaiah Hartenstein and fight the more physical big man.
Yeah.
Like, that is the value of having a guy like Luke Cornett. Just having taking some of that physicality off of Wemby's shoulders, where Cornett and even a Olynyk to a lesser extent probably
saving his energy for the offensive, but also shutting down Chet's 3-point game,
right?
Because of his length.
No, I am absolutely giddy because, as you said, last Thursday night when we were in here, we were specifically talking about the teams that had started sending the early double teams, and
the Phoenix Suns were the first
and
ones.
Wemby talking about how the game was moving a little fast right now, but we'll figure it out. Well, Since then, it's been 3 straight wins. So
that killer instinct in the Chicago game.
And you mentioned
shout out to I want to hear from our guy.
Oh yeah,
who went to the game from Chicago.
Listener, who was what was that? Mateo? That was that. Who was it?
Modesto.
Modesto. Yeah,
Modesto. If you're listening, man, shout it in on the chat, dude.
Yeah, we need to hear about it. I did see there was a couple of accounts.
They caught a kid picking his nose like super deep, and all I could think of was like, LG. Is that the Spurs way? Oh, he was like 11, 10 or 11, but he was like 2 fingering it.
Speaking of, so you know how much LG loves to have people take pictures of him.
Oh, that's a fair game.
And not come up and say hi or anything like that. I had one sent to me.
Oh yes,
from Saturday
Keep it
night.
Going, dude.
I forgot to send it to him.
You gotta get. So if you're with someone, you gotta pose behind him.
It was
give a
from,
little Roadrunner or something.
It was from the roommate. She got a good picture of him as he was filming believe it was the halftime show Saturday night.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we can add that one to the collection. You mentioned it as well. Tomorrow night, it's a weird back-to-back against the Warriors, but both at home, both here. So tomorrow night,
they're both at home. I thought the second one was gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, is that did she send it to you? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
That's the picture. That was her graduation announcement.
So there's the picture of me there. That's my back in the gray photo jersey, center court.
He's getting that back shot on the Silver Dancers.
You see.
Are those the young Silver
the
Dancers?
The roommate had
it's a middle school or
you might want to
high school squad.
What a dirtbag!
You might want to. You might want to tread.
I'm not filming it.
One of them is getting a paycheck.
Is super small.
Yes,
on the computer.
Let's go with that. Yeah, the roommate had some nice seats from a friend Saturday night.
That's what I texted her back. Nice seats.
Yeah. Mid court, babe.
Yeah. So I think also David Robinson is somewhere in that shot, down like 5 rows in front of her at that point. But yeah, no. Tomorrow night, 7:00 tip against the Warriors, and then Friday, another Emirates NBA Cup match.
Oh, buddy.
Warriors. It's a San Antonio home game, but it's not tipping off till 8:30.
That's why I thought it was West Coast.
Right.
That's crazy.
And it's actually, that won't even mean it'll be 8:40, 8:45. Friday night, the Frost better be absolutely insane, liquored up, nice and lubricated.
I better be selling some parking spots in front of my house.
Well, I wish it was that packed where they had to come all the way down to the Alamo Dome.
Is our producer extraordinaire working any of these games?
Oh yeah, I guess I should check.
I'm working the next 2 games. Yeah, the Warriors and the Warriors.
All right,
both.
All right, Spurs Cave.
Good thing
get pictures really close.
Yeah, we keep sending them to us so we can have photo evidence.
Close.
Say hello, and I'll try to put you on the jumbotron.
Don't say hello.
Yeah, actually, we need. Well, let's talk about this off air, because there might be some guerrilla marketing ideas we could throw together. Friday night also, I believe, is another Amazon Prime broadcast. So if you want local coverage, you're going to have to turn to Big Brother WOAI to get radio local. I don't think we're getting.
We all give Bezos his money.
Yeah, of course we do. Let's do a little quick Cal notes before we get into the main seggy.
Mark it.
It is 8:50. 8:50. Here we go. Yeah, we're gonna save the majority of Cal thoughts for Thursday because the game feels like it's a month away since it's Monday Night Football. 6 days from now,
I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Have you seen what the line is? You want to take a guess? Take a guess. It's
Cowboys minus 4.5
in Vegas. Cowboys minus 4.5?
Or are they making the Vegas? Are they making the Raiders faves?
No, you're close. You're very close. But it was shocking to me. Somehow the Cowboys are 3.5 point favorites on the road. Monday night in Vegas against the Raiders.
Well, I mean, y'all lost against the Cardinals at home.
Right. That's what I'm saying. How are you 3.5 point favorites
with the backup in?
Make that make sense. Make that make the slightest bit of sense. Yeah, you mentioned, I mean, if they don't, just look at the schedule they have left. Okay, let's play this game that I hate, but we're now at the point where I feel like we can pretty confidently say, if
are you talking about like playoff ifs?
No.
Okay,
No.
I was like, calm down.
If they manage to beat the Raiders, that gets them to 4 wins. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me when their next win is.
Okay.
Tell me when Vegas would have them as the favorite. Okay. Okay.
All right. So that's the game.
Raiders Monday night, favorites. Next week after that, Sunday afternoon, at home against the Eagles.
Dogs.
Next week, Thanksgiving against the Chiefs at home.
That's going to be like an 8.5 point. Okay.
Buddy, depending on if they lose to the Raiders, that might be an 11.5 point spread.
That's like a college spread going against like a Division 4A.
It's like A&M playing Sanford, who they're playing in a couple of weeks.
Sanford and Son.
The week after Thanksgiving, on the road in Detroit for a night game, primetime game. Dogs. Maybe the following week at home against the Vikings.
No.
Still don't think so. No.
JJ's going to get more reps. He's got 2 killer weapons.
How about the week after that at home against the Chargers?
No.
Out of all of those teams we just listed, the Vikings are the only one that isn't in a playoff
So
spot.
they play Washington again? Is that like their only
The last 2 games of the season at Washington, at New York Giants.
Dayball's out.
Dayball out.
Now, I know we're talking Cal. Are they really going to sit Jackson Dart the rest of the season?
I mean,
they checked him for a concussion 4 times, but he only had I don't even think he had one this time. They're just like, he's taking a lot of hits to the head.
I was about to say, if I was the Giants, I would just claim, hey, we don't want our guy risking another concussion.
I got him on my fantasy league and my super flex.
They're more worried about.
I need that boy to cook.
They're more worried about preserving that draft pick at this point because they're.
Now that's a white boy that can dance. Do you see
Jackson?
His moves?
Yeah. Did you see Freddie Freeman's moves when he did the worm at the World Series? That was shocking. I didn't think that was a white boy with moves, but turns out
almost 40-year-old white boy.
That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. The Cowboys aren't going to be favored for after this game Monday night in Vegas. They're not going to be favored for the next 5-6 weeks.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at if they win this one, say they sneak out 2 of these games, it's going to be a struggle just to have 6 wins.
Which one are they going to sneak out?
That's what I'm saying. The only reason
sneak out the Raiders?
Dolphins fans did this exact same exercise last week where they said, like, how are we going to, we're not going to squeak out any of these games. Buffalo, we're going to get our.
Buffalo's been struggling.
Sure, but have you seen Miami? That's, I don't think there's any Miami Dolphins fan out there.
Buffalo was trying to get Waddle for Miami.
Yeah,
the trade deadline. They couldn't get it.
For basically
and
leftovers.
Then he goes off on them and he's like,
yeah, I don't know. Just looking, like I said, I'm gonna save the majority of the Cowboys talk for Thursday because there's not a whole lot to throw out there yet. Also, of course, we still getting all of so that they were all back in the facilities today. I believe actually yesterday. They held players and players' families and coaching staff and families prayer vigil as a team for Marshawn Kneeland. Outside of all of the
that's got to be tough, man. It's
right.
Only thing I can compare it to is old buddy from Buffalo collapsing on the field. They literally had to stop the game.
Yeah,
because you don't hear 24-years taking their life at the beginning of their careers.
No. And the Cowboys have, when Josh Brent drove drunk and killed teammate Jerry Brown, those are in a year where the locker room is already facing immense pressure from the outside. to have a moment like that.
And they're in dismay because of Micah already.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's the same position. You know, there's, I at this point, let's just not have any catastrophic injuries and all try. Like, can we put everyone on IR like the Giants are going to do Jackson Dart? Like, is Dak having migraines? Can we put him on the show?
I need CD Lamb for our Sports Cave live fantasy football.
Fair.
These guys are paid professionals.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
Let's play it out.
If you want to play this game where you look at what they have on the, I mean, we did it at the beginning of the season where it was like they're going to have a good first half of the season and then they're going to come crashing down. Well, they had a terrible first half of the season and now here comes the crashing down. So
but
they keep their pick this year.
Yeah.
Next year is the year they have to give the better of the two picks to the Jets. The better of the two first-round picks between theirs and the Packers. They keep it this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is some minor tanking taking place as this thing seems to go down the gutter the rest of the way. One good piece of news, DeMarvion Overshown, Siobhan Revelle officially activated.
No.
Revelle was the most recent draft pick, third round, fell to the third round, projected to be a late first. The kid out of East Carolina got injured late in the college year, wasn't healthy during the draft and combine, all of that. Looks like he's going to make his season debut Monday night, along with potentially Overshown. But, you know, thinking about snap counts and how much those guys are, it's not going to be an instant impact kind of thing. But if they can somehow just win one and get on a roll. No, I'm kidding.
They got the Raiders, but then they're going to hit 4 Giants.
Yeah. You're telling me Eagles, Chiefs, Lions in 3 consecutive weeks is a hard schedule? That's not a cakewalk. Yeah, no, it's again, we'll talk more about the game come Thursday, but I wanted to make sure we had a little more time here in the main segment because we got a lot of football from the past weekend to get to, as well as some college football. Save some time in the lightning round for it. So 9:07, let's do the main seggy. Starting with, you won the week. You won. It was close. You won it 3-2, which leaves us
4-1, but I forgot that we agreed on 2 of them.
We agreed on 2 of them, yeah, because we couldn't. I think we both talked ourselves into somehow the Vikings.
JJ looked good the last week, you know, and the Vikings defense, like,
you could go back and check the tape, see if I counted it wrong, but
you're the one with the book, buddy.
Yeah, I think we were both now officially 20-20 overall. We are exactly tied. Perfect 500 through 40 games. While we've been picking differently throughout the run of 8 weeks now doing these picks. If we end up staying close all the way through the final week of the season, we're gonna have to come up with some like pick one game and it's worth double or something like that to
like
potentially
a double down game.
Yeah, something like that. We might have to if we're still tied or
we'll think.
We got time to think about it. We also might have to think about some kind of repercussions for actually losing this thing. But the one good thing about
we'll take some chat. Like, you guys have anything to throw at us? Whoever loses this,
the brainstorming session. That's what I'm talking about.
Brainstorming.
The best thing about this week, besides the Cowboys not playing, 3 teams from the ass category all on bye together. Titans, Bengals, Cowboys, all on bye.
The Bengals, Joey Burrow is practicing.
Is that enough for you to put them in fringe?
Fringe? Oh yeah. See, absolutely. What's their record right now?
Same as the Cowboys, besides the tie, 3-5, 3
see their standings.
3-6. The
conference, the Bengals are 11 at 3-6.
There you go.
To get in. Their 2 games, Jacksonville and KC, are 5-4, so we can go ahead and knock KC up there. I think the Pittsburgh's going to come down to earth.
Well, and that's what Cincinnati has in their favor. That the team leading their division is 5-4. Yeah. The Ravens underperforming 4-5, and they get to play both of those teams again before the end of the season. So there is a pathway.
And they're 2-0 in their division.
Right. There is a pathway for them to win that division. But until I see Joe Burrow actually suiting back up,
he's practicing more than Brock Purdy right now.
The Steelers are in the playoff category. The Ravens are in the fringe, and Bengals are in the ass with the Cowboys, so to speak. Right. We'll get the ass game out of the way since we're talking it. Jets 27, Browns 20. Did you see any of the overall stats from this game? I normally wouldn't even mention it.
I'm sure. I know Breece Hall went off a little bit, or just had a decent, a good game, not a stellar game. But they got 14 points immediately off of turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, a block kick or a fumble on the kickoff?
The Jets had 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown.
Yeah.
I was trying to find, I didn't have Fields' stats right in front of me. The fact that a quarterback won a game, you ready for it? Justin Fields was 6 of 11, 54 yards, a QBR of 15.8, and his team won that game. He had 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
That is so gross, man.
It wasn't like he was a running threat either. He had 7 rushes for 28 yards.
Yeah.
And the Jets still somehow win that game.
I still think the Browns outsnapped them. They had their time of possession.
It was almost 15 minutes more.
God.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it time to see Shedeur Sanders? Come on. Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel is
He seems like that guy that needs 2 years on the bench. And then kind of not thrown into the fire.
There was a great line. Fran Fraschilla, the NBA college basketball guy, real big on scouting and big around the draft, when he was talking about a Brazilian player, it was Cabocula, on draft night, he said, Bruno Cabocula is 2 years away from being 3 years away. It's I feel like that might be where Dylan Gabriel is. Like he said, he's 2 years away from being at least a year away. Right now, it's I think
you have to do math for it for
start adding it up. Yeah. The question,
2 years on the bench, then 1 year playing where he's straight ass, and
then maybe next year
he'll show some Mac Jones action.
Yeah, it does. You bring up the Shedeur angle side of it. It is. I mean, you've seen what Dylan Gabriel has now done 3 straight weeks as the starter. That might have even been his 4th game. There's a funny TikTok going around. The roommate showed it to me, where it's top 5 worst throws in the NFL this week, and every single week for the last 3 weeks, it's just been Browns quarterback Dylan Gabriel, and then it shows a play, and it's okay, yeah, and number 2, Browns quarterback Dylan Gabriel. And it's just every week it's top 5 from this dude. It's some dejected Browns fan, I think, doing the account. But yeah,
there's one guy on Instagram where he sounds like he's breaking it down. Oh man, I want to I don't really hyping up other people's shows, but he does a good job where he's now look at this vision where he's keeping it downfield, and then he's still looking down the field. But then all of a sudden, you see this guy running up behind. His vision goes up as he's getting wrecked. And then it goes back down to the field as he's falling face forward. And then he's looking straight at the ground,
Yeah, I just can't imagine. It's as much as we complain about the Cowboys' futility over the last 30 years.
The Browns got a couple decades on that.
And that's the only team now that can say who's had it worse for the last 30 years. It's Cleveland. They're the only other team now. I think they're the only team that hasn't been to a conference championship game longer than Dallas now. Because we had Detroit and Washington back-to-back years break their streak. So I'm pretty sure it's as much as you clown on an organization like Jacksonville.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, Mark Brunell, like
they almost went to the Super Bowl.
Right, exactly.
If it wasn't for Tom Brady being Tom Brady getting Tom Brady calls.
Well, yeah, minor detail. I know you've got well, let's start there. We'll start with your Niners since the Cowboys were on bye.
Dude, it's a win. No one got injured.
Okay. We've hit that mark. We've hit that point.
First week that we had no injuries. It's a win. It's a
not
win, baby.
Not even a cramp.
I mean, I thought we were gonna have someone, but even Kyle Shanahan was like, "Yeah, this is the first week practice that we don't have anybody new on the injury list. I'm gonna wait out the week before I say anything else."
Yeah, give it time. When we were picking this game last week, and you were like, "No, dude, it's like the Niners injury report is ridiculous." I was like, "Yeah, everyone's is. It's that time of the year." And you're like, "Have you not looked at it?" Like, literally, we counted, what was it, like 21 names?
Yeah.
It was like 22, 21 names on their injury report.
Like, it's almost the whole start. Like, it's just, I mean, we're playing uphill. We're playing one of the hottest teams in football that can arguably, besides the solid win, I would say a solid win when we went to Levi South in their house. I think that was a solid Mac Jones win. They could be almost undefeated if everything's set because they only have 2 losses. And for the way it started out where everybody was questioning Matt Stafford's back in the preseason, Devontae Adams, even Puka going out, they are an all-around threat.
So Vegas agrees with you. Matt Stafford's MVP odds have skyrocketed over the last 10 days, and their team Super Bowl odds, depending on what book you're getting it from, it's either just the Chiefs that are ahead of them, or it's them and the Eagles that are tied or within, a plus 50 of each other.
Over the past 6 games, only one quarterback has thrown 20 touchdowns with almost 1,500 yards, 0 interceptions, and that's one Matthew Stafford.
It's kind of like he's always been good at quarterback, and we did like how it is.
But he used to always throw that one pick a game.
Yeah, the one bad one.
The one pick a game where it's just like he just like when they went to the Super Bowl and won it, they had to go through us, and he threw that one ball where you're like, what are you doing? And it went into Tart's belly and he dropped it with 3 minutes left to go. That would have sealed the game. And that Butterfinger guy, I don't want to go too far on him, man. He just should have went to the Super Bowl that year. But I digress. I will say the officiating was horrendous in that one.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Look it up.
I was locked into Red Zone, so I didn't see a lot of.
We got down 21-0, like that.
Saw that.
You snapped the game because on the first drive, we go it was a clear PI to Jennings on just like a 7-yard in route, and the guy's literally hugging him, bringing him to the ground before the ball even gets to him. Boom. They come. Well, first they get the ball. They solid drive. They get their first 10 plays scripted, just like Shanahan does. I would say 70% of the time they're going to score on that, either a field goal or a touchdown. Then we get the ball, and then that happens, and we go 3 and out. Then they come by and score again on us. And then Jennings gets it punched out when we're having another solid drive, and they come down and score on that one. So we have to throw our game plan right out the window. And I'll give it to Tom Brady. He did say the Niners are a better football team when we play from ahead because we can control it with the run, with arguably one of the best RBs besides Jonathan Taylor right now. He's killing it in the game, and we can control the clock, control every aspect. And we had to throw that whole thing out the window. But then there was another one where there was an egregious delay of game and they don't call it on them.
I've kind of noticed that the delay of games have seemingly got, like, they're letting it, because they say it hits 0 and then they count like an and count, like it's 0 and 1.
No, the thing is that 0 and they look at the ball.
Right.
So that's a half a second.
Right.
So if they see 0 and they look at the ball and they see the ball not moving, you blow the whistle.
And that's what I'm saying. It feels
like
a
split second.
They've gotten more lax on that. Half a second now is like a full second. It's like a full count.
And then there was a Kittle one where he got a hold, which should have been a first down, which was on fourth down call. And they said he wasn't set. And everybody, they called, who's the guy that they call with all the rules?
Mike Pereira.
Yeah. Well, he's like, nah, I don't even want to talk about that one. He was set.
So
you have to be set for a full second? He was like, no, he was set.
I did see that clip of Pereira basically being like, I don't know what they saw there.
But they did that this is where I'm going to bring up momentum. They killed our momentum so bad in the beginning that we had to throw out our script where they didn't have to do anything else later in the game.
Well, hold on. Now, why? The officials killed your momentum, or the turnovers and the short fields?
The non-PI,
right?
That we go down 14-0.
Okay.
The non-delay game call, which was crucial, was on the third down. That gets them to 14-0. And then, yes, Jennings did have the ball punched out. He's got to own that one. But we're coming back. We outscore them 21-7 in the third quarter.
What was the score at half?
14-21.
Okay, so I thought it was I was thinking in my head it was a bigger.
It was 14-24 because they got a field goal on us.
Okay,
I believe, or they might know they got a touch because they were just touchdown. It was 14-28, but we got the ball at half, and Mac Jones was moving the ball. Like that's the whole thing is we were moving the ball.
Yeah, it was 21-7 at half.
Yeah, so it was just. There was still a chance, but we're still playing the hottest team in football right now.
Yeah, I've got a fun game for you. So I told you the Rams have shot up again, for a refresher, the way I do the columns here. Contenders are if your Super Bowl odds are less than plus 1,000.
Yeah.
So that's 5 teams right now. Chiefs, Eagles, Rams, Lions, Bills. That's it. Bills are barely holding on. They're plus 950 after the loss to Miami. So then next category is playoffs. That's literally self-explanatory. Teams that are in playoff position, and then fringe, and then, of course, ass. I want to throw 2 teams at you at a time here. Tell me which one you think has higher Super Bowl odds right now as we sit here, okay? Colts, Seahawks. Seahawks have passed the Colts after.
And I don't think it's by much.
Ravens. No, it's close. It's close. Yeah. Ravens, Packers.
Ravens.
It's tied. That was a trick one, but still,
because the Ravens' defense is getting better,
and the Packers have fallen.
Dude, where is the Packers' offense? That was a horrible. Like I couldn't watch the Monday night game. I was watching the Spurs game.
No, it was terrible. Yeah, it was much better. The Spurs game much more. And then when you flip over, all of the action of the Monday night football game happened after Wemby hit those 2 threes anyway. So it was you got all you needed if you just watched the Spurs.
Is Jordan Love your man still, Packers fans?
How about this one? Packers or Patriots?
Patriots.
Surprisingly, it's still the Packers. Here's an even goofier one. Get ready. Broncos or Patriots?
Oh, man. I would, even though they're 8-2, I don't believe in Bo Nix like I do Drake May.
Vegas does.
Because of that defense.
Yeah. Last one for you. And this, if you can remember the order that we've done these in, you'll get it. Ravens or Patriots?
Patriots.
Ravens.
Oh, that defense.
I know.
They're not letting Lamar Jackson. They think, I mean, I looked at it. It was like 1-score game. It was 27-19 that they won. So it was a one score,
Yeah.
Like they could have tied it with one score. And I think there was some controversy on that game too. Who'd they play again? They played Detroit. No,
The Patriots game? That was Patriots Bucks.
no, I was thinking the Ravens.
Oh, that was Ravens Vikings.
Vikings. Oh yeah. Aaron Jones started saying that the Ravens were calling out Hut and Set and like saying all that because they
defensive
had
delay game.
11 false starts.
Yeah. And when you have that many, there might be some smoke.
There might be
some
might
fire
be a little
producing
around that smoke, but
So your team, the Niners, is where the bottom falls out. So the Niners are plus 3,500 Super Bowl odds. The next team after y'all is the Texans at plus 6,500. So huge gap.
so what do they have? Like 10 teams in front of us?
So I'll give them to you quickly. Chiefs, Eagles, Rams, Lions, Bills. That's our contenders category.
Mm-hmm.
And then the teams between the Bills and you
The playoff team.
in the order. This is Vegas order for Super Bowl odds right now. Seahawks, Colts, Packers, Ravens, who aren't in a playoff position, Broncos, Patriots, Chargers, Buccaneers, and then Niners.
Love being the underdog.
There are
We perform as the
there
underdog.
are some really interesting Super Bowl.
Outlandish. I mean, but like we are injury decimated.
Yeah, that's what Vegas is like. This is you win a few games here, but you're not going to have the firepower.
They said Shanahan. They're like, as long as we have, as long as McCaffrey and Nick Bosa are healthy, we're good. But then he's like, I didn't even think about Fred Warner because I never think about. I just think he's always going to be there.
Always going to be there.
He played with a broken foot for 12 games last year.
Yeah, that eventually all those injuries are going to.
That one was just a dislocated ankle. Like,
oh no, I don't mean with him individually. I mean with you, with y'all
Yeah.
with the Niners as a team. Like that, Vegas looks at at that 22 person injury report and say, yeah, no, this is
we're getting healthy.
this is not a top 10 odds. Let's burn through the rest of the games. We'll start with LG. Do you have that that Buffalo Bills footage I sent you? So everyone knows Bills Mafia. It's a thing. They travel in large numbers.
Bunch of white people acting like fools.
That's correct. Through jumping off of
Jumping on breaking tables. It's a
jumping off
AEW extravaganza.
Looks fun.
Hey.
I mean, again, if you're born and raised in
I'm there
Buffalo,
for it.
like what else are you doing besides jumping through tables? So
I've been to many of Memphis wrestling matches, like the little small
little
venues,
backyard
Bushwhack
wrestling?
Bill,
Yeah.
Bushwhack Brothers.
I was about to say Bushwick Bill. That's a
Yeah,
different, it's a different backyard. So, Bills Mafia, we know, travels in large numbers, and they're in Miami this week, taking on the seemingly lifeless Dolphins. So there's a specific bar in Miami that they go to every year they go to Miami, and it was a full takeover. Look at the footage here. You can see, obviously, they're rolling deep to begin with, but when you go to like a bar takeover in an opposing town, this was definitely talked about in Miami's locker room. There's no question. Like Bills Mafia coming to town, they know they're going. Exactly. They know exactly what bar they're going to. No, it's massive.
Yeah. And they're on South Beach, just everybody can see them.
Because again, if you're a Bills fan, like it's a vacation to Miami for the weekend. It's like it's a good excuse to get out of Buffalo in November.
They're bringing out their shorts.
So, as we all know by now, somehow the Dolphins completely embarrassed the Bills and won that game 30-13.
One Devon Achane.
Yeah. 220 something total yards.
240 plus.
Was that
or no, actually 250 plus touchdown. Like 50-yard touchdown breaks. And he actually, like, this kid is coming in. I think it is his third year.
Yeah.
So he's got one more year. He's going to want that money next year. Because
he's going to want it this offseason.
I put him as a top 5 running back right now.
That was what I was going to ask you.
Coming in here.
That was what I was going to ask, where he falls with a running back position that we don't necessarily like. I don't think there's a uniform. If you asked 10 people to list the 5 best running backs in the league, I think you'd get 10 different lists. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so it's Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry. But Derrick Henry's having a slow year.
Right.
Saquon Barkley's having a slow year. So I'm like taking those two. I'm talking year by year.
Okay.
So I would say Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, A-Chain. Who else? I mean,
see?
Now we're getting,
and then you're going to have some people that are still going to say Barkley because it's not Barkley's problem. They're still going to say Henry. You know, that's where I say, like, there's not, like, when you think of quarterbacks, there's way more consensus, although it's still not 100% consensus. There's more consensus with quarterbacks rankings than there is with running back rankings. But I completely agree with you.
There you go. I was like, there's another glaring one. Thank you, James.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you, though. I mean, A-Chain, when he's playing like that, consistently on Sundays.
There's one that showed its prowess today that this weekend that I've been waiting on through 4 of my fantasy.
Oh,
leagues.
You've been waiting for the
him
breakout.
heavy.
Which one?
Travion Henderson.
Oh, yeah. He had a big game with the
Pats. Oh, man. I was like, I've been waiting for Ramon Stevenson to get hurt so they would have to just rely on
They
him.
have to turn to the rookie.
I'm like an ADD. I'm like squirrel.
The Dolphins blow the doors off the Bills behind A-Chain's big game. After the game, the embattled head coach of the Miami Dolphins, Mike McDaniel, made a surprise appearance.
Oh, buddy.
At said bar. Do you have that next picture, LG? Look at it. That's him. That's him. He did a block, did a lap around.
That's him in the car?
That's him in the car. He's just got his arm hanging out, just looking over at him. Dude,
with his Miami glasses on, just like...
He might not be that great of a coach, but I will always love the Mike McDaniel experience. Like, from afar, I'm envious.
He's a great schemer, but like... And
he's a great troll. Yeah. And he's sneaking vapes in on the sideline. Like, I like that guy. I think that guy has a lot of fun in life, and I envy not only the position he holds, but more the way he goes about his business. Like, that is your team. What are they now? 2-7, 3-6. Yeah. Like, they're awful. But making sure the Bills fans.
Tyreek Hill is like celebrating, breaking his leg.
Yeah, that's a bad look. That's a bad look for you. Elsewhere, Lions 44, Commanders 22. Obviously, the Lions are the storyline in that game. The Commanders are, without Jaden Daniels the rest of the year.
Surprise.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of intrigue with that team anymore.
It's almost like when there's a wide receiver controversy, the team before the season and coming up to the season, like with Terry McLaurin.
Oh, McLaurin, yeah, the contract.
Like, the teams don't do too good. CeeDee Lamb.
It also doesn't help when your quarterback's elbow gets bent the way it should go.
They had a problem before that elbow getting bent.
Yeah, but now there's no chance that problem gets fixed or resolved this year. They're done.
Luckily, it's not his throwing elbow. So.
Did you see we're not going to talk about the in booth appearance with Jonathan Vilma and was it Harlan or was it? I don't think it was Harlan. I think it was what's his name? Who's the guy that got busted with the Albert? It was Marv Albert's kid, the other Albert. He was calling the game. They had Trump up in the booth in the third quarter. But did you see the flyover before the game? Did you actually see footage?
No.
Okay. If you didn't see it, find footage of it after the show. It's the most absurd because it's Air Force One, giant plane doing a flyover right over the stadium. It literally looks.
Why?
It looks like because it's why do you think why? Because it's a football game and we need a flyover.
You're honoring the military, not the president.
Well, he's the commander in chief, Holmes.
Give me some F-21s and stuff.
I completely agree. I would
give me some of those planes we pay our tax monies on.
Throw a B-2 bomber across there, or throw whatever that new plane is that Skunk Works just rolled out. I can't think of the name of it. They're testing it now. Very exciting. No, it literally looked like AI, just the giant Air Force One.
Just
slowly. Exactly. It was so great.
It's like the Star Wars mother.
It looked like the Star Wars opening credits. That's exactly what it looked like. Elsewhere mentioned, last night that game, Eagles hold on really and win 10-7
by a blocked field goal. That's the second game they've won, that's the second game they won by a blocked field goal.
And the field goal would have only tied it. It wasn't for the win. Did you see? So first of all, we'll start with the field goal at the end. I think the Eagles have a point of contention where they called the timeout well before the ball was snapped because they had, before the final attempt at the field goal at the very end, Eagles had a timeout left. They call a timeout right before he was about to kick it, right before they were about, like everyone does, ice the kicker. Right. But they called it well before the ball was snapped, but the Packers went ahead and snapped it, and their kicker got a practice kick, and he's kicking from 64 yards. Mm-hmm. They thought his range would only be about 61. Well, what happens?
He nails it.
No, he came up short. So
I didn't know.
Yeah, so it was a way. Clearly, the Packers were testing because there were 5 seconds left at this point. And so then after the timeout, the Packers came back, offense comes back out, and they try to run a quick out to get because they're like, it missed just barely. So like if we could just get 2 more yards, we now know the exact range our kicker is. Like I thought that was some serious, and once I defend Sirianni because that's the whole reason the Eagles call the timeout is so they can't see.
Yeah, there has to be I think there is a rule.
It's got to be a penalty, right?
Yeah, it's a rule. You can't sit there and get a practice kick blatantly after the whistle.
And it's
like a delay. I think they call it like a delay
game. As I think that should have been called, but as you said, the kick ends up getting blocked anyway, so it doesn't affect anything. But did you?
I didn't watch. I watched about 5 minutes of that game.
Okay, well then,
this is garbage.
The only other real point. First of all, both teams were running the tush push in the first half. Both of them were jumping false starting. Yeah. The league just refuses to call that, so it is what it is at this point. Just know you can get away with it.
How do they continue not to
It's so obvious.
It's so
too.
Everybody's breaking it down. Everybody's looking at it.
And Troy even called it in the broadcast where he was like, I'm not sure what they're seeing to not He's like, I can see it. You see it in real time. You see it with your first look on the play. And then, of course, when you see it in slow motion, it looks so much more egregious.
They're going to do a revote on the tush push.
Well,
and I guarantee this offseason. And some of those people, because it was only survived by a vote or two?
Two votes. And you remember the team.
They're going to be like, you're not calling it anymore.
The team that brought the vote up this past offseason was Green Bay. So that was why.
Might flip that one.
Yeah, there was a lot of suggestion that Philly might.
This is like whipping the party.
Just run party whip? Straight tush push 3 plays in a row on the first possession or something. Just send a message like that. The only other point from that game, though, the Eagles choosing to go for it on 4th down in the second to last possession of the game, which gave the Packers. It's one of those deals where if you get the first down, obviously the game's over and there's no second guessing anything. But when I think it was 4th and 6 maybe, and they end up throwing a 30-yard pass down the field And it's like, that probably wasn't the best decision making, but nonetheless, they survive, win 10-7. The Chiefs, the only other contender, they were on a bye this week. So playoff category, the last time we were in the room Thursday night, there was a football game where there were more penalties called than first downs. So we will just mention that the Broncos won that game 10-7 over the Raiders. Again,
and they're ranked higher than the Niners.
The Broncos are the most.
It's their defense. What was the team? Was it? It might have been the Broncos. Yeah, because they won the Super Bowl where it's like Peyton Manning couldn't throw it 20 yards down the field.
Yeah, his shoulder was shot. But that defense, Von Miller, back then.
Baltimore back in the day, defense won with Dilfer.
Oh, God, yeah. Or even Brad Johnson, Tampa Bay with Warren Sapp. The next game in the playoff category, Colts overtime victory over the Falcons, 31-25. This was your Berlin game, 9:30 Sunday morning kickoff. LG, do you happen to have those last two images I sent you? I sent them a little late. I know I broke your rule, but I had it on. I let the record show I had it on the run sheet. I just forgot to send them. So they played in.
Oh, and my fifth, just because I'm ADD, my fifth running back, Bijan Robinson.
How's that? How is he your fifth running back?
Well, I would put. No,
you mean again? Yeah,
that's
going
the top
back
five in my book. This is.
But you've listed 9 people.
No, I mean, no. I'm saying everybody is performing good this year. Those are the top 5.
And again, I think if you ask 9 other people, you're going to get 9 other lists. I think the
consensus is that.
So they played the Berlin game in the same stadium where Jesse Owens won the 100-meter dash in the Olympics. What was that? 1932, I think. As you were starting to have the uprising of a certain political movement in Germany. So this is what the stadium looked like Sunday morning. You'll see this is the Colts half of the stadium. This is where they have their tunnel back to the locker room. This is where they run out of. It's all decked in Colts gear. I mean, a true.
So the Germans are adopting the Colts as their team as London is with the Jaguars.
I saw. Is there any specific German connection between Indianapolis and?
I don't know.
Because I saw
NFL's like, this is your team now.
I was about to say, I saw Irsay's daughter, the new owner that wears the headset on the sideline. She was covering rounds at different bars in Berlin. They were having.
Oh, I love how she's like real active.
She's great. Yeah. So
gives me not Charlize Theron. What's something about Mary Girl in Any Given Sunday.
Oh, Cameron Diaz. It gives me more Major League vibes. So this was the Colts walkout tunnel, right?
Yeah.
This is what that tunnel looked like in 1932.
No overhang.
No, and there's a pretty nice perch for viewing the festivities of the Olympics there.
And who was sitting on that perch?
Maybe one where a chancellor of Germany might sit to watch German athletes get beaten by Jesse Owens. Yeah, it's just.
I don't think he was booed like our president.
It's just. It's one of those. It's one of those reminders. First of all, German engineering. That stadium is still in the exact same condition. It didn't.
Just like a Rolex.
It survived
still works.
The bombing of Berlin, or they rebuilt it brick for brick. Secondly, it wasn't that long ago that a black American was showing the master race of Germans that they weren't the fastest and most athletic people in the world. And it was literally viewed by Hitler from that perch right there, where Sunday morning it was all decorated in Colts gear and the Colts are running out to play an NFL game. That is the definition of winning the war. That is...
That's America.
That is America. That's
bitches.
Exactly right.
That's Veterans Day there.
That's exactly right. And last year, it seems like they're doing this. It's Veterans Day games in Germany back-to-back years now. We had it last year, too.
Little thumb in your eye.
I'm telling you. There's something there. There's definitely
They're
something.
definitely doing that on purpose.
Of course. I think so,
And
too.
then, Taylor puts up almost over 300 net yards.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns, right? Yeah.
Dude, if I know the MVP is a quarterback's, award and offensive.
Yeah, it's going to be
player.
hard not to give it to a quarterback.
Come on, man. Like, that dude is killing it. 18 games, he might break some records,
Yeah, and, just the fact that the Colts, at the beginning, everyone was enamored with Indiana Jones, the Daniel Jones comeback season, all of that.
Still enamored.
Sure, and the Colts are still in a
I got a little
playoff spot.
Present for you later.
Oh, God. We need that as an out-of-context drop. But it's Jonathan Taylor that's driving this Colts resurgence. And however far this Colts team goes, I think will depend more on what he does, not...
I'm going to spin it on you. Now, is it Jonathan Taylor dictating the game, or is it the threat of Daniel Jones in the beginning of the year that's breaking out Jonathan Taylor's game?
See, I would say you're onto something, but flip it. I think it's what was allowing Daniel Jones to have as much success earlier in the year was the hyper focus on Taylor. And then as teams are like, oh, crap, he's having a career year revival, come to all this.
He's not throwing 20 interceptions.
Exactly. So then
he's
it's
not
like,
getting sacked 12 times a game.
So we've got to make that our main focus. And then I think that allows Daniel Jones some room. Because if you look at the stats, I think outside of 2 or 3 games, it's not like Daniel Jones is lighting it up statistically. Not anymore. That's what I'm saying. Like early in the year, that was the case for sure.
Is Anthony Richardson the next Taysom Hill?
I think it'd be a hell of a weapon.
It's a hell of a weapon. Taysom Hill got a $38 million contract.
I think Anthony Richardson is probably more likely the next Marcus Mariota. Like if he can, he's going to be.
Mariota can throw the ball a little. I'm not saying I said a little. I didn't say a lot.
I just mean a former top 10 pick who really was only ever going to be a career backup.
Yeah.
But
great commercials, by the way.
Yeah, those aren't bad. Elsewhere in the playoffs category, a game that you picked correctly and I did not. Patriots travel to Tampa Bay. They win that game 28-23 over the Bucs.
Travion Henderson.
Pats are good.
Pats are good. Dude, yeah. Vrabel is a hell of a coach.
Yeah.
He's just, he took Tennessee to the playoffs.
Yeah, they have their quarterback. They have their coach.
Tannehill.
They have, that's even more insane.
But he had King Henry with him, like young King Henry, but he had, that defense was humming underneath him. Their defense is humming. They even gave us, the Niners, a second round. Well, it was a late first round pick or something. That's on our defensive lineman because they're so deep.
Of the 8-2 teams in the AFC, Colts, Broncos, Patriots, which one do you feel the best about? Probably the Patriots, right?
Patriots,
probably because of the quarterback,
Drake May, and I guarantee you, man, they cannot. Even if Ramon Stevenson comes back healthy, he can't be out touching Travion now. He showed his speed. He showed his, you give him a crease, he's gone. It's just.
Still work with the 1-2 punch, but the punchers have shifted.
But he also shows he can get you those. He's like, hey, man, I can still get you 3 yards a clip. You're going to be second and long. If you run it 2 times in a row, it's going to be third and 5 or 3rd and 4. So he's still got the Ramon Stevenson. He's going to be a power back, goal line back, but you got to run him a lot because he can literally change the outcome of games and break off a 50-yard touchdown.
Yeah, the AFC is so weird right now. Those are your top 3 seeds: Colts, Broncos, Patriots.
Did you like that last run where he's looking over to the sideline, being like, "You want me to
go
go down?
Do I go down?
You want me to go down?
Oh, okay, I'll just score.
Okay, I'll just go inside." It's how deflating on a defense when the guy is running and he's just starting to jog to the end zone and there's still the safeties are just going at him. And he's sitting there talking to his coach like, what do you want me to do?
It reminds me when I would play my little brother in Madden growing up, and I would run and then run all the way down the goal line. Yeah. Just playing with them. The worst thing about this game, though, it was a noon kickoff, but we were forced to have Nance and Romo jammed down.
Romo's voice.
Romo had a couple moments where he was Romo Nostradamus again. He had a couple of where he accurately predicted, which also meant he probably had a producer in his ear telling him.
He was a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Just didn't have that Mamba mentality.
It's been enough years removed now, though, where understanding some of the calls and like the terminology in the offenses has changed. Now, he's far enough away from the game. It's not like early in the first couple of years of broadcasting, Romo was so good at predicting it because he knew every offense in the league and he knew their terminology because he had just been playing. He had just been.
Let me think of this. Why did Peyton Manning never become a broadcaster?
What do you mean? Manningcast was great last night.
Here's like
Shane was on it.
No, I mean
they couldn't kick him off. He just stayed. He
never was a broadcaster because he was just like Romo, where he's like, "You gotta do this, you gotta do this." Like he's like sitting there calling the game, but he has his brother Eli to counteract, to make fun of him because they have they're brothers. They have that to counteract on it, and Romo doesn't. Nance isn't the guy to counteract.
And tell me if you think Nance got what Romo was trying to do here. Do you have this one, LG? This was one of the biggest stretches I've heard from an announcer. It's like every announcer now is trying to squeeze in a stupid 6'7" joke, and then they all just sit back and laugh about it. Romo did that Sunday afternoon. Not with 6'7", but with another, internet slang from, probably 20, from when I was in high school, like 20-year-old reference to make it seem like it means something else. And Nance completely missing the point. How are we looking?
LG.
There we go.
There we go.
Fundamentally sound. This team is DTF, Jim.
If you can.
Patriots details.
We'll get there.
That's my moniker.
It's not. How did it not come through? We still got flies in the ointment.
This team is DTF.
All right, so you're going to have to display it. Oh, here we go.
Toughness, and they finish. That's my moniker.
That sounds very close to what Vrabel tells him, too.
He says that too.
I think the T might be technique for him, but it's all good. Here's
fundamentally sound. This team is DTF, Jim. Patriots details toughness, and they finish.
Oh, Jersey Short us? Jersey Short us?
So bad.
Oh, no.
And the way he was so proud of himself. Yeah, this team's DTF, Jim. Jim.
Hey, Jim, I said DTF. You get it?
Do you get it?
You
get
it?
the joke?
You get it?
You old man. You
Defense,
dirty old man.
Toughness and fundamentals.
You could hear, though,
dumbass.
You could hear Nance's wheels were a little shot off, though, because he was like, wait, that's so stupid. Like,
I don't know if Nance.
I can't believe you just said that.
Was Nance an avid Jersey Shore watcher? I don't know.
I would go out on the smallest limb of the tree and say, no, I don't think Nance has seen a second.
Like, they are getting snookied.
Now, that would have shot my wheels off if Nance had actually responded in kind. Elsewhere, did you see the end of that Texans-Jags game?
Nah, like if it was a noon game, I didn't see the end of any of that.
Davis Mills leads the comeback because, CJ Stroud, concussion protocol from last week. Davis Mills leads the comeback, scrambles for the game-winning, scrambles for a touchdown that gave them the lead. I think the spread, we didn't pick it. The spread on this game was like Texans minus 2.5 or 3, somewhere between 2.5 and 4.5 points. It was somewhere right there. Davis Mills scrambles. They score the touchdown, don't get the 2-point conversion, so they're up 30-29 over Jacksonville. Jacksonville gets the ball back. Trevor Lawrence intercepted or fumbled. I can't remember which one it was, but it was a thick 6. It went to a big defensive lineman who returned it for a touchdown.
Like you said, a thick 6.
Thick.
A big 6.
No, it's a thick 6 when it's done by a fat boy. When it's done by a defensive lineman, it's a thick 6. Keep up, Holmes. Come on, it's DTF. Defense, toughness, and finishing.
Puma loves him some thick 6s.
Yeah. That's San Antonio, is it
girthy,
not? Yeah.
Very girthy.
Thick 6.
I've never heard that. I was like, you mean a pick 6?
Okay, so then it was a pick then, because it was a thick 6. It was a big boy.
Yeah,
that
big
scored.
boy, okay.
But most importantly, despite you being 10 years behind announcer terms, the score, he scored a touchdown right as time expired, so they didn't have to kick the extra point or anything. The game was over. That was the Texans covering. Just
wow.
all-time bad beat.
Uh-oh. Prop bets going down.
Yeah.
Some Class A action.
I was about to say, I got that in the lightning round. Elsewhere, NFC West matchup, Seahawks continue to roll. All that good tape the Cardinals put out on film last week didn't mean that. The halftime score, what was it, 38-7?
Yeah, they scored faster on the Cardinals than the Rams did on the Niners.
Good old DeMarcus Lawrence had 2 touchdowns in the first half.
That defense is scary.
Do you know how many touchdowns CD has on the season?
2.
As many as DeMarcus Lawrence.
Oh, God.
That's fun, isn't it?
Well, he was hurt.
I saw that floating around. It doesn't matter. You should have more than DeMarcus Lawrence in Week 10 if he's played one game.
You know the last game of the Niners season? Seattle.
Seahawks, yeah. God. The NFC West is...
I think it's going to come down.
Yes. I think that's potentially a wild card spot on
I
the line.
hope we both have enough wins to where we easily go into the playoffs. And we're like, hey, let's just rest our teams.
Nah, it doesn't look like it's shaping up that. Well, actually, we
might have 3 NFC West teams in the playoffs.
There's a good chance. Carolina falling off helps your case there. Chicago winning, though, doesn't.
Carolina's NFC? I thought they're AFC. Oh, they're
NFC. Jacksonville, AFC. Thinking about some of those other teams that are on the bubble.
And we have an easy schedule. Like the only ones that Indianapolis, Seahawks, and I think there's one it could go either way. Like, because if I count those as 2 losses,
sure,
we could end 10 and 11-6.
Elsewhere, Sunday night, Chargers beat the Steelers 25-10. I still don't trust
Aaron Rodgers is just, you're old, man.
Yeah,
you're old.
Did you see the still shot?
You weren't good last year.
Well,
you're not good this year.
Last year he had no tendons. Last year he ran onto the field on September 11th and snapped his Achilles.
No, that was the year before.
That was 2 years ago?
Yeah, that was the first, because he was in the Jets for 2 years. The first year, he snapped his Achilles.
I don't think so.
Check it. I'm going to win this bet.
What'd he do?
I'm going to win this bet because I went heavy with Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, and Aaron Rodgers 2 years ago on my fantasy team.
Man, if that's the case, okay. Yeah, God. Man,
tell me the 3 words I love to hear.
I had completely blocked that out.
You were right.
I mean, he wasn't terrible.
He was ass.
Yeah, and he's also actually, I remember that now because they played the game in London, and he was bitching about having to travel.
Yeah.
It
was like he was disgruntled the last half of the year.
God, it just feels like the injury was all I remember about his Jets.
Yeah, because there was so much hype on it. Because
running out with the flag on 9/11.
Yeah,
the injury.
Garrett Wilson's second year,
and now he's on the Steelers.
And they looked stellar together in the preseason, like they had a connection. Breece Hall was rookie year. He was like, they drafted him in the first round, and everybody was hyped saying like, this is going to become, just an offensive explosion. But
Only other games left, fringe games. Giants blow another double-digit second-half lead, leading to Brian Daboll paying with his job. He is out as head coach of the Giants. But more importantly, the Bears are in a playoff position right now. They are, not only are they ahead of the Niners, the Bears are also now ahead of the Packers in the NFC North.
They're 7-3?
6-3, yeah.
6, oh yeah, because they had a bye week.
6-3. Only
Wait till we get a bye week, man.
And they're tied with the
on
Lions.
Week 14. Like, why are you doing this to us? The most injury-riddled team, and you're going to give us the latest bye week possible.
Well, it feels like there would have been no way. It's not like you just bye weeks are determined when, like, there was no. I guess if you're saying the history of being injury riddled,
yes.
Oh, okay. I guess
There's
fair.
a history here.
We mentioned Ravens over Vikes. They win that one 27-19. And then the Tyler Shuck show.
I can't believe they won that game. Dude.
I know. The Panthers, being a Panthers fan right now, I don't know.
Just enjoy Rico Dowdle's celebration thing, because he did no pumps.
No pumps.
As well as Aaron Jones.
Is that the other one? Yeah,
they both did it like simultaneous. Like old buddy on Red Zone had fun with that one.
The Panthers could have been 6-4 if they had just beaten the Saints.
Yeah.
Then they'd be. If they had gone, here's why that's such a bad loss for Carolina. Mm-hmm. Not only because it's New Orleans, not only because it's a division game, but if they had won that game, they'd be tied with your Niners as the first team out of a playoff spot. Mm-hmm. But more importantly, they would have a full 2-game lead over the Vikings, who are the third team out of a playoff spot. So instead of moving up into a class in the standings with the Niners, they fall back closer to the Vikings now than they are the Niners. So I think the Bears one is Caleb Williams' quarterback rating in the fourth quarter, their offensive rating in the fourth quarter versus the first. I think I saw they're like 18th in the league through the first 3 quarters, and then they're like 7th.
Well, they played
in the
Giants,
fourth quarter.
No Jackson Dart
for sure. But it's not just one game. This is now a trend for Chicago.
They were
6-4.
The Giants were 97% chance to win on the ESPN calculator with like 3 minutes or 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's
97% chance.
And that's the third double-digit fourth quarter lead. I mean, none of them are as bad as the Denver game.
Yeah.
That one's just ridiculous. So, as I said at the top, you won the week 3-2. We are tied at 20. We will do our NFL Week 11 picks come Thursday night, but it's time for some lightning round. Let's close it out here. I'll start with, we're gonna close lightning round with some Nico thoughts and Nico Harrison finally getting fired by the Mavs. But let's start with happier thoughts that are Dallas related. My boy Daryl Razor Ray, the Stars color commentator, long time, the first voice that I associate with hockey as a kid when the Stars came to Texas. He was listening to him on WBAP 820 up there when they were still on 820, listening on the radio during Boy Scout camping trips. They had the Hockey Hall of Fame ceremony over the weekend. Their whole new class went in. Joe Thornton, Zdeno Chara, a couple other guys, a couple other players that were from this kind of most recent generation. But Razor hockey. That's right. Razor won the Foster Hewitt Memorial Award, which involves, meaning he's now in the Hall of Fame as a broadcaster. And for those that don't know hockey, I had to look it up too, because I was like, Foster Hewitt, who the hell is that? He did Hockey Night in Canada for 40 years. So he's basically like their Pat Summerall or
like John Madden.
Madden, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that is who most Canadians associate the voice of hockey in Canada to Foster Hewitt. And Razor's speech, I won't bog you down with any of the clips of it. You could tell how much it meant to him, to receive that award from obviously an idol of his. So we have more Dallas Stars representation in the NHL Hall of Fame. Always a good thing.
Hit me, LG.
Now, if they can just win some games.
If you want to load up that video, I guess in Germany, the Germans, how can you not love this team as going from the whipping boy post-Luck era to now taking Danny Dimes and turning him into Indiana Jones? And their defense is coming through with one of the most stellar dance moves I've seen in years. It takes me back. Let's see.
Up front have been causing them issues in the run and pass game. I don't know where the communication problem was there,
that
but
is,
you got to be up front.
Is some
have been
time.
Causing them issues in the run and pass
That's good
game.
synchronization,
dude. They practiced. They knew they were going to get a turnover, and they're like, we're going to hit you with some Drew Hill. And then on offensive side, you have this crazed maniac, if you can load up that picture, leading the team.
Good.
Look at his eyes. This nigga got his mouth busted open.
Yeah, he's all bloody.
One eye going to the right, one eye staring directly at the defense.
He looks like a character from Waterboy. He looks like one of the crazy Cajuns, or what he really looks like. He's got Joey Gallo eyes, where the eyes are so close
They're
together.
so close together, but then he's just one crooked ass eye. That man is leading your team.
You're not wrong, though. What quarterback is held in, like Andrew Luck is?
I'm gonna get a T-shirt of that right there. Like,
you should have that on.
Just
like Andrew Luck is the, there was Peyton, then Andrew.
Yeah.
And now, like, is Daniel Jones seriously the third most embraced quarterback in Colts history over the last 20 years? I mean, who else would it be?
No.
Who are we missing? They were in quarterback
purgatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that one, just that, I saw that picture and I was just like, I couldn't stop staring at it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm
pretty. Just like, this guy is insane. Those eyes. If someone came running up to me and was with his mouth bloody, staring at me like that, I'm clenching my butthole a little bit.
Yeah, okay. You broke FCC.
What? How can you break FCC?
The hole.
No, that means I'm scared.
Right.
I'm scared.
That's not a description.
I'm not scared of. Well, maybe that.
No, now you're making it worse. You just can't say it to begin with. You could say b-hole, or you could say I'm clenching.
Okay, b-hole.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm clenching the sphincter.
See? Because that's medical terms.
All right.
Hit me, LG.
You can say bitch, but you can't say b-hole.
It's very confusing.
It is
the moral rules we live by make no sense whatsoever. Let's burn through some college football real quick here, because really, at this point, it's setting games being set up to mean something in a couple weeks. This last week, there wasn't.
I feel like they're mailing it in, except for a few big games. Of course, the Michigan, Ohio State, A&M, Texas,
Bama, OU this weekend. Yeah. We'll talk about it on Thursday. The biggest game of the week was the Tech BYU game, and Tech made sure that was not a contest.
They're showing the Arizona State was a fluke.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lonnie, but it was.
I think more importantly, or oddly, weirdly, Tech is a defensive school. Like Tech is a top 10 defense and not a top 10 offense, which is so weird to think about, because they're number 6 in the college football playoff rankings that came out tonight.
More times than not, I haven't seen anybody score over 20 points on them, if not 10 points.
And BYU could only get 7, and that 7 was a struggle to get anywhere close to scoring.
The next big game I would have was the Oregon-Iowa game. That was
I thought that was going to be more of a fight. Iowa at home in bad weather.
And you're correct, sir. That was a defensive fight. Oregon tops Iowa 18-16.
And it took a late last-second field goal to squeak that one out. The only other ranked matchup was the Aggies dominating on the road in
Missouri's
Missouri.
not in their league.
No, and Missouri was having to start a true freshman quarterback who, they lost their starting quarterback to injury. So that game was – I had much more faith that Iowa would beat Oregon than I did Missouri would beat A&M.
Now, the surprising game was Indiana versus Penn State.
That catch was insane.
That was nasty.
And it would have counted in the league. He got 2 feet
got
down.
Yeah, I'm like falling. It almost looked like that foot came down so fast at the end before he touched out of bounds with his arm.
It looked like his whole body was
inverted.
Yeah, like the way he was able to bend to get his feet down while his body and momentum are carrying him out of the back of the end zone.
You can't teach that. That's just instinct. That's just God-given abilities right there.
Yeah, and more importantly, it saved Indiana from falling down the rankings. It wouldn't have killed their season with one loss.
Does that make you think Indiana's not as big of a threat as you think? Because Penn State was ranked number 2.
No, I think and it was on the road. It was in Beaver Stadium. I think Indiana is,
forget the name of that stadium.
It's spectacular, isn't it?
Not because
so
of the
Indiana wins
crap.
27-24 in that game. I think the thing about Indiana, do I think right now Indiana is better than A&M? Do I think Indiana is better than Bama? Do I think Indiana is better than Georgia? I'd probably say no. I think the bigger question is who's better, Indiana or Texas Tech? And even then, I think
all those are fights.
See, and it's
not Indiana. Like, I'm picking Indiana on all of them.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to say, like, those are all coin flips to me.
And to me, that's what I mean. Outside of Ohio State, clearly number 1. Teams number 2 through 12 of whoever makes the final playoff bracket, I think we're going to have some serious dogfights in the early rounds because I don't think there's any separation really from any of those teams. Also, the win by Indiana, get this. Before that game, they had the most all-time losses in college football history of any team ever. They won, and I think it was Northwestern. Someone else lost, and that pushed them now past Indiana. So Indiana only has the second most losses in college football history. I mentioned Ohio State. They handled Purdue. Bama struggled at times in that LSU game, but it
seemed like it should have been a blowout, but it wasn't.
Exactly. LSU couldn't ever do anything to put up a real challenge. Georgia handles Mississippi State on the road. Georgia, of course, getting ready for that Texas game this week. And then really, I was hoping
crushes the Citadel.
Yeah, it's that point. This is the last year of SEC play where these teams get to play a cupcake at the end of the season.
Oh, okay.
Because they're switching to a 9-game conference schedule. So that will replace these games like I think it's Alabama playing Samford, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Georgia, one of them. Or no, it's A&M, I think it is.
That's why I've been hearing the petition, like, why is Texas going to play Ohio State next year?
You're starting to get some of that buzz.
Yeah, like why are we going to give them, like, yeah, everybody wants to see that game, but no one's going to play another ranked, like a big school on a
No, because what's the
team,
value?
because I'm
now?
already playing. If we're in the SEC, if we're on Big Ten, I'm gonna be playing tough opponents, especially the SEC.
It's hard to argue against. It's hard to argue against the logic there. It sucks because it means potentially we're not going to have
better games.
We're not going to have any good non-conference game. Notre Dame blows the doors off Navy. I was hoping Navy could do something there. And then I should mention a couple more. Vanderbilt squeaked out, came from behind, beats Auburn in overtime. Mm-hmm. But more importantly, the Big 12 is so clearly better than the ACC now. Mm-hmm. It's not even close. Case in point, Virginia loses to Wake Forest. Virginia was number 14. Louisville loses to Cal in overtime. Louisville was number 16, which means Your Miami Hurricanes would be back in the college football playoff right now
for winning the
ACC. They are the highest ranked ACC team. So you might get your wish that college football is better off. We might get a Catholics versus convicts first round matchup.
I also think Beck, he's been to the playoffs. He's got the experience. So I think they can be the Cinderella. If they make it.
Yeah. I mean, again, I think this is the year.
And they get to see Michael Irving on the sideline.
Oh, that's spectacular.
That's my favorite. Hit me, LG. All right, we're going to do some Sports Cave Live fantasy football recap.
Yeah, let me know how I did this week.
Oh, buddy. You had a tough matchup. Let's see. We are going to all matchups. And last week 10, boys, we only have 4 more weeks until the playoffs.
Ooh.
4 games left. So let's start off with, I see what the momentumers did by putting Spurs Jesus on there, but remember when I said he's a jinx? You got creamed, sir.
Oh, is that who you played?
Yes.
If we're talking
creaming. Greg, I'm sorry, but I had to put a $153 on you to your 102. The captain's coming back, baby. Lamb is coming back.
How many teams make the playoffs?
6. First 2 get by.
6.
6 teams. First 2 get buys.
Man, it's going to be a fight for those other 5 playoff spots.
Adolph Oliver Bush came in hot on King Henry and shaved him down 137 to 85. And then we got the Pumas and Zeb's team. I like to just put.
You can just call it Puma's team.
Chairman Meow.
Zeb's a member.
Pulled off a crazy come from behind win against the number 2 ranked wild card.
I was actually, I normally joke.
I thought you were going to lose that one.
I did too. And I was following it along. I was even talking to Zeb a little bit. Like, dude, I think we might pull this off.
Oh, Jalen Hurts got some. Who did he have on the Monday night game? Oh, man.
By the time we got to Monday night, we didn't need as much.
Didn't need as much. Jalen Hurts just, So it was a tight game, 144 to 137. You guys are by far the favorites going in to get some bye week action, dude. You are 7-3. Lonnie is 6-4. I'm 5-5. Coming back from all of my injury ridden, and if Travion Henderson becomes the starter, watch out.
Well, it feels like there's some other 6-4 teams though.
Yeah, AI Overlord, stick it to Tulsa State Fair, and say Chat-Patizzle is here to stay. 118 to 87. Eli Zubers, another injury stricken, and loses against Papayas FC 129 to 88. And to Brickashaw Ferguson is ousted by James Gang 126 to 96. That's a 2-game losing streak for Brickashaw. He is now 6-4. And this is a tight one, boys. I'm not going to tell you, man. Hold your sphincters.
3, 4, 5. Okay, so you're right on the playoff line.
I'm on the bubble right now.
There's 4 teams that are tied for the last playoff spot right now with 4 weeks to go. This is working out kind of perfectly.
2-9
for drama and content purposes.
You have you up there 7-3, but there are 4 teams that are 6-4, and there's 4 teams that are 5-5. This is going to be a crazy next 4 games.
Yeah, again,
points matter. Points matter.
I couldn't have scripted this any better for my glorious return to fantasy football that Zeb is
I'm number 3 in points.
Minor part of. Oh, who's number 1?
Yeah, you know who's number 1?
Chairman Meow, bitches. Hit me, LG. Let's close it out. All right, we're going to close.
Jonathan Taylor's number 1 for you.
Yeah, and you can't even give me Jamar Chase because he hasn't even had Burrow all year. Let's talk some Nico real quick before we close out. I'm working on.
It's a fan favorite.
I'm working on putting together a potential family / couple of friends Zoom call because I think the opinions from the Mavs fan base, the Mavs fans that are, very much still in my life, this doesn't it's a release and a relief in a lot of ways of being released from the nightmare that Nico Harrison is still potentially making any decisions whatsoever.
Bye, Felicia.
It's a relief that
he
not
got you to the championship.
That's the whole point. And that's why I think for a lot of my friends I've been talking to all day today, the Nico ride is so weird because he's hired by Cuban when Cuban is still owner. He makes moves. They get Kyrie. They resign Kyrie at a good deal. They make the trade for Gafford and PJ Washington that take them to the NBA Finals. And then for whatever reason, I cannot wait for Nico's first sit down podcast with Matt Barnes or some, Baron Day or Gilbert Arenas where he tells the full story, or at least as much as he's willing to tell. Because I do still think obviously Nico made the deal, but the people that are still the owners up there signed off on the deal. And
I want to see if he has a Cayman Island bank account.
I want to see if
was given to him by the NBA organization,
or if he finally comes out and says, "Look, the Dumonts and Adelsons told me we're not giving this guy $300 million on a Supermax contract. You figure it out. You figure out the best you can get." And then when he realized he actually could trade Luka, he immediately called up his buddy Rob Pelinka in LA. That's where I say I'm curious to see what kind of media he eventually does. But in terms of him,
I want him to be like, I signed an NDA.
Of course, that's kind of what I think. Honestly, I kind of think that's what we're going to get. We're not going to get any answers directly from him.
For them to get a number 1 pick after signing a trade that made no sense.
And they had never, ever moved up in the draft lottery position. They had never.
They had the worst chances to get that number 1 pick.
Third worst chances.
Third worst.
Yeah. There was a couple more. That I think they had the 10th. I think they had the 11th best odds to have the number 1 pick. The fact that Nico's gone is good. The fact that the current owners are going to be the current owners in perpetuity is why it doesn't really feel like there's not some euphoric rush back to embrace the team. At least from talking to, my friend group up there, it's more of a, how the hell did this guy keep the job for 9 months after he made such a stupid decision, which is where more of the conspiracy lines up, because there's no world where you trade a guy who's first team All-NBA 5 times before he's 26 years old. You trade him and you can defend that somehow.
The only way he kept his job is the owners were behind him.
Exactly. And I think,
or directing him.
And I think that's where the frustration is. It's kind of yes, I'm happy he's gone, but also it doesn't change anything. And it's not ever going to change anything, because being an owner, even here with the Holtz, the Spurs, this would be like if the Spurs traded Wemby 2 years from now and never gave you good just kept telling you, we think we have a better chance to win with the deal we made. The idea of the Holt family doing anything like that is the idea of Mark Cuban doing anything like that would have been Cuban trading Dirk. That's insane. That's never going to happen. When you own a sports team, you have a social contract with the city, with the region, with the fan base. As much as we want to view transactions in sports as a video game, it's just not the case. And sometimes a player's value is not just dependent on
performance alone
and the value they bring to a community, which again, if your excuse or your reasoning, I should say, if your reasoning behind doing the trade is you think he's fat, out of shape, constantly injured, a baby, throws tantrums, all of that. Well, that guy also just did something that's only ever been done by 3 other players. And those players are LeBron, Duncan, and Larry Bird. 5 all-NBA first teams before the age of 26. Like you broke the Mavs ownership group with Nico as the GM, whether it was his call or not. He continues to say it is, so we'll take him at face value. That brain trust broke a social contract with North Texas. And for a lot of people, are they still hoping for the best for the Mavs? Yes, but I think a lot of people will never have as much of an emotional connection to their fandom for that organization because of the people that are owning it, the people that are running it. And then you add, on top of all of it, you add the politics of it and the support for a war that we can all see on our phones that was not very ethical in a lot of ways. It's just, and then you add that the whole reason the Adelsons and Dumonts own that team is as a vessel for future wealth. Would you say that about the Holt family? Do you think the Holts own the Spurs because it's a line item on their portfolio? It's something that they only care about because it makes them money? No. We've seen the Holt family live and die by Spurs playoff wins and losses. The people up there in Dallas now, 1, they're not basketball people. 2, they're not Dallas people. And 3, they want to bilk the state of Texas to legalize gambling so they can make themselves more money. And the people of Dallas would have been okay with all of those things if they just hadn't broken the social contract and traded Luka. Like that is...
But isn't that the culture of Dallas? Let me give you history. Jerry firing Jimmy.
Sure.
That was breaking the social norm. This guy took you to 2 Super Bowls.
Sure.
You know?
Jerry being the GM broke the social norm.
Yeah.
But you know what Jerry cared about?
All right. Then
football.
And then but
Jerry won a national championship with Jimmy.
But he cares about money more.
Sure, now.
All right.
More so.
This is Dallas's MO. And then you got the whole post-COVID, they legalized gambling. It was a big push for all sports to be legalized. You can go DraftKings, all that stuff, prop bets.
Not in Texas, though.
Not in Texas, but
37 other states.
But you can still do it on apps.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
So that was a big push to monetize sports, which we've seen many a times that it's come in fruition. Prop bets, all this stuff is happening. So they get rid of Luka, and there has to be, they are a casino-driven team. They're like, we want to be hated so much, we get to go to Vegas. You know?
See, that's why I still think when Texas doesn't give
and
them...
then Jerry does it to Micah.
When Texas doesn't give... But comparing the Adelsons to Jerry is just apples to oranges. It just is. Yeah. Like comparing Cuban is more like Jerry than the Adelsons are. And I mean that in a good way. They actually cared. Like Cuban clearly formed a bond. You can say what you want about Jerry. Jerry now, obviously, it's about making as much as possible. But
it was always about making as much as possible. Winning was just a side gig.
See, and I think that's really easy to say, but at the same time, it wasn't 100% about profit. There was a sliver of winning football games. There was a sliver of
a good
actually.
Anyway, I digress, but I hear what you're saying.
Sure, Jerry Jones is the same as Miriam Adelson. If that's what you want to think of Dallas, I'm telling you, you're wrong. That's just not the case. Jerry is at fault for a lot of things. The fact that Jerry doesn't break the trust of a city. People just hate him because he does it his way. He does it a certain way. Jerry also has built massive facility. Like right now, the Adelsons are suing the Dallas Stars. The Mavericks are suing the Dallas Stars because they're trying to get all of their wins in a courtroom instead of by trying to get public support.
I'll concede on this one because I don't know too much about
and that's where I'm saying, like, from the outside, I think that is the perspective of
I think
Dallas.
the Adelsons are more strategic. Yeah.
I think
Jerry is an actual fan and wants to win, but he does not want to give up power whatsoever to actually.
The Adelsons are more greedy.
Yeah.
And that is so hard to actually think that someone in Dallas now is more greedy than Jerry Jones. But that's exactly what it is. We've gone way too late. We're keeping LG late. We're going to talk, obviously, more about it on Thursday because the Nico one, I'm putting together. I want to try to get, if we can get my little brother and my dad and another buddy to potential, because they all have very different perspectives on it, which is, I think, where there's not a unifying vision and everyone's still handling it very differently. Cap, tell the good people how to get a hold of you.
You can get a hold of me at the Captain's Chair 210 on Instagram and Twitter.
Find me on X at Biggest Puma, Instagram biggest.puma. LG, when's the next stream? You got Spurs the rest of the week.
Maybe Saturday.
Are we going to get some outro music with all of our new technology? Hey! Again, shout out all of y'all that sent in the super chats. Greg tonight, yes.
Shout out LG for this baller new.
Shout out the greatness that is
Look at
LG.
this mic. Look at this mic.
I know. I'm worried it's too professional for us, but we will truck through. I'm hosting for Andy tomorrow, 4 to 6:30, before we get preempted for UTSA basketball, and then we're back here Thursday night. So till then, y'all be good. Peace.
Peace.
Beep, beep.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only thugs use drugs. Say no to drugs.
Yeah!